Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to
A podcast will save this relationship.
I'm Josh, he, him.
I'm Sarah, she, her.
And on today, we talked about why you should vote.
We did do that. We're
like,
so
comment, subscribe.
fucking boring. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Well, what else? We talked about other stuff. We
We
just
did.
talk about voting. You fucking nerd.
We talked about other stuff.
Yeah, we did.
We did. And then we did a wolf
we did
story.
the wolf story, which I think
After the
people find
voting.
exciting. Yeah. I think people find that exciting. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, I think they find it fucking exciting. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. Jesus.
Okay.
All right. We also did
We
some
did
Reddit
Reddit
stories and
stories.
listener stories
Yeah.
about. What do we talk about? About voting and how you should do it.
Yeah,
And
they
now you
were
should-
all voting themed.
Yeah, they were all voting. It's election week, guys. Come on, go
I
vote.
don't know. We had a mixed bag this
Yeah,
week.
pretty
I
mixed
feel
bag.
like.
Yeah, there were some fun ones. There were some serious ones. Good. It was a good mixed episode, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you guys fucking enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the goddamn bell. Fucking check us out on Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee. Rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify.
Indeed.
And enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'll let you sing. I'll let you
Okay.
sing. That doesn't mean it's gonna necessarily make the final cut, but I will let you sing. If that's how you want to introduce this podcast.
Okay. Are you ready for this cringe, dude?
Oh yeah.
Because
I'm
I
ready
don't
to
think I've
cringe.
sang this before, but I have it stuck in my head, so I have to
All
do
right.
it.
What was that?
That was the I Made You Look song by Meghan Trainor.
I haven't heard that one actually.
Really?
No, I haven't.
I could have my Gucci on.
No, I didn't. I've
Could
not
have
heard
my
of this song.
Louis Vuittons.
This melody is not memorable to me at all.
Really?
Do not
I'm
remember
singing
it.
it bad. I'm not
I
doing
mean,
it
still
good.
though. But even with those lyrics, I would remember those lyrics.
But even with nothing on, I made you look. I made you look.
Oh, I have heard it because of Fantano. That's why. Because he played the
because
song
it makes no
underneath.
sense.
Yeah, it
It's
sounds
like, yes,
stupid.
I would
Yeah.
look at a naked person. Yeah, of course I would.
Whoa. With their consent, right?
I mean, if they're naked in public, they're giving their consent. You know what I mean?
But I guess. Oh, but the real question is, do you have consent to
consent
look,
to look. Consent to look. You know what I mean?
but not consent to be?
no, you don't get to just go up there and grab someone. But
Yeah,
like,
okay, all right, yeah.
if you're naked in public, like people are gonna look at you. Yeah, people are gonna fucking look at you. Yes, dude.
We got him. We got Sarah, everyone. Gotta clip that
Ladies
out.
and
Clip that
gentlemen,
out.
we got him.
We got her. We got her.
Okay, what's your fucking
How you doing?
revelation?
First of all, how are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing fine. What's your fucking revelation?
all right, I'm doing good.
What is it?
I didn't prepare for my segment.
Okay, neither. I thought we were just gonna talk shit. I didn't think we were preparing, really.
Okay, yeah, no.
I know we said we would prepare, but we
so
both know what that means.
I just wanted to be on the same page. I just wanted to be on the same page. Before the podcast, Sarah and I, like at like 5 o'clock, we're like, what are we gonna talk about?
Yeah.
And we have the wolf story, we got a Reddit, we got our fucking listener stories as per usual.
Well, we were gonna talk about voting.
Yeah, that was gonna be my segment. And I said to Sarah, and I think it's along the lines of, oh, I'm gonna look up Orlando-based things, and then I didn't do that.
Well, you know in general what's going on,
I have
right?
a general idea, yeah. And I also another revelation that I need to share with the class.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know how to convince anyone to vote.
No, I don't know
I
either.
don't know because I know it's cringy to just say go vote,
You do need to
but
vote,
you do need
though.
to go vote. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's what this episode's about. I know we still have the Halloween decorations up. It's a day after. Fuck off.
It's Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, it's Day of the Dead and
Yeah.
Day of go fucking vote.
Yeah, it's 11/1,
It's
which means
11/1.
it's next to 11/2, which is voting day. So please go vote.
Is 11/2 actually voting day? I thought it was like 11/3 or 11.
That's Tuesday, right? Tuesday's voting day.
No, Thursdays. Let me double check because I know.
I am probably wrong. I'm always wrong when you check.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna ironically do research, but only during the podcast. But how are you doing, Sarah? How's your day been? How's your week been?
It's been doing. It's been doing.
Voting midterms date. I'm glad it's been doing good.
You know, my work is pretty good. Fucking I feel like I just go to work, And because it's a completely new job and I'm learning all this new information, I like black out and then I come back. Is it Thursday?
It is the 8th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The 8th.
I guess it's the first. It's the
So
second
Monday.
Tuesday.
The second Tuesday?
Yeah, because if.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Because
so
it's the
it's the
31st. Yeah.
All right, so it's the 8th, everybody.
It's the 8th,
Vote on the
everybody.
8th.
Vote on the 8th. That's a Tuesday, though. So I was right, too.
You were right. You were technically correct. The best kind of correct.
But then why is this our voting one?
What do you mean?
Well, I guess we have to
We
do
have to
it
tell people a week before, yeah.
to get ready.
Because technically a
You
voter.
should fucking know that you need to vote.
Well, it's the midterms are the one that people don't vote on.
I know, but like
You should vote.
You should vote. It's
Do a
not
little
like
bit of research.
who is like, oh, I didn't vote because I didn't know that I could.
No, you should be able to vote. Yeah.
You know. Come
Unless
on.
you're in a fucking backward state like Florida, where you can't even register until what is it, like 2 months before?
Yeah.
Well, you have to wait. You have to be registered for at least 2 months before you're like eligible to vote, which is very stupid.
I never know if I'm registered or not. I just always go and check, and I always.
I think.
am.
Well, I mean, once you're registered, and don't quote me on this. I think you're pretty much set as long as you remember to change your
address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently, I think there was this new thing in Florida specifically where like every year you have to refresh.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're making
There's
it
always
hard.
a new
Yeah,
fucking
it's always
thing.
it's always trying to make it hard. And
Yeah,
it sucks.
you always got to check and be vigilant
Yeah.
because they want you to fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I wanted to take a few moments here
Yeah.
at the ripe beginning of the show to talk about why you should not vote Republican.
Yeah.
And I remember I guess just to get some feelings about voting out.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like this is the prime time to do it. And I want to preference everything I'm about to say with the idea that you should still vote no matter what.
Yeah,
And
you should vote.
Blue no matter who.
Bloat vu.
Vote blue, yeah. Blue vu.
Yeah.
That being said,
I get it. Yeah.
I don't know. There's not a sound effect I can play that isn't just a exasperated sigh when it comes to telling people to vote.
I remember being like a senior, junior in high school and being like really impassioned about voting and politics, even though I knew nothing, next to nothing. Still know next to nothing. But, once you become an adult and you start working, you are always working on a Tuesday. And you're always working on a Tuesday in November. And always on the Tuesday in November. And you always forget. And it's 6 p.m. And the polls
just
close at
closed.
7:30 or something.
And you just
And
want to
you're
go
like,
home.
oh, shit.
You don't want to wait in line for 10
fucking
hours.
dinner. That's a whole other period of time. And I want to just go home and watch House and eat food on my couch. And then you do that and you feel like a shitty American. And I'm here to tell you, you are a shitty American if you do that.
Well, yeah.
I have been, you have been, we have all forgotten, we've all done it, but you need to go out and vote.
I will say for the record, I did forget to vote in the primaries for this election because shit.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we both did. Yeah.
But I'm going to vote during this one. We finally have our mail-in ballots. We didn't have our mail-in ballots for that one, which really...
We never signed up for them.
Which is wild because I was like,
Yeah.
We've been living here for a year. I thought, okay, I remember changing registrations, but I guess... Because it's been a year.
You have to put in that you want to mail it.
Exactly. But this year, we finally did it for these, so we have them. We got to film out and send it over this week. But, like, literally, I totally get the fucking plight. I think, and then, like, I know it's probably a bit late to say, sign up for a mail-in ballot.
No, just make sure you vote.
Yeah,
just
if you can,
go.
like, if there's an early time, you can try, like, an early voting time.
Sometimes your job will let you take time off.
You might get lucky, yeah.
One of my jobs in the past couple of years definitely was like, oh, if you go vote, then, take some PTO or something, you'll be fine. I was like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, fam. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, please, for the love of God, vote.
Please vote.
And voting is like step one.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the only thing you fucking do.
Yeah.
There's a lot more shit going on. Cause like, okay, so
what else should people do, Josh?
Well, protest.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know. I've been so, I think there's been an underlying anxiety I've had with American politics the past 3 days.
Oh yeah, I'm doomery for sure.
Doomery right now. So 2 things happened in Florida, and 1 thing happened in fucking California.
Oh, what happened in California?
There was an assassination attempt on fucking technically Pelosi, but
yeah, fun times.
Yeah. So in a volatile time, voting isn't gonna do everything.
Yeah,
especially with an ineffective liberal class, or liberal party.
My feelings is that I work with a lot of older people, and I've always worked with a lot of older people from Orlando, and I care about the opinions of Orlando people,
Yeah.
You can get on the internet and you can hear like leftists talk about stuff and you can believe them, but how different is that from listening to alt-right topics and becoming alienated in that way and not actually going out and listening to what the people want and need? You know what I mean?
No, I get you, yeah.
And I believe more in leftist, I believe fully in leftist rhetoric and politics.
Yeah.
And I do not believe like 100% fully in alt-right shit. Like, fuck that. That's 100% wrong.
Yeah.
Leftists are 100% right.
Yeah.
But I care more about the reality. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get that.
And what's wild to me is the shit that's happened in Orlando is... Like, it needs to be almost, I feel like on the front stage. And it is almost on the world stage. Most of the trans issues that we have, and trans issues I say because DeSantis is making it difficult for trans people in Orlando to exist, in Florida to exist. And specifically Orlando, because Orlando was an LGBTQ hub, especially after Pulse happened.
Yeah.
Orlando was like, we fully accept our, gay community and everything. And it was wonderful after that. Like, people really grieved very sincerely for the victims of Pulse. And, a lot of people that I knew that were LGBTQ could be out. And you didn't experience a lot of this, like, homophobia, transphobia, just like on the street, you got it from your fucking shitty parents, because people in Orlando are still racist and homophobic and transphobic.
Very much, yeah.
Very much so. But it was like, oh, the young people coming up are more accepting and we're changing this city for the better. And now it feels like there's another larger hand coming in and making it so that it tips the scales against young people trying to live their lives as authentically as they can.
Yeah, and that came to a head yesterday, I think. There was a regulatory board meeting about trans issues that took place here in Orlando.
And Google this too, because we're not going to get everything right.
We're not going to get everything right. I want to say that for the record.
Yeah,
but
we don't know what we're talking about because we did not prepare.
Yeah, we did not prepare.
But I have heard about it, and I wanted to go, but I was working.
So the things I've heard about this, you were working, and I had to work on fucking bunch of editing shit. But okay, so so yesterday there was a regulatory meeting, right?
Yeah.
It was what is it? The Florida Health trying to figure out trans issues relating to kids specifically, right? Mm-hmm. And they tried to make this meeting as inaccessible as possible.
Yeah, they did.
And the first step they did, and I think this is hilarious, as someone who
held it in the airport,
fucking MCO airport.
Which
now,
is
as someone who loves airports,
ridiculous,
fucking ridiculous.
That's
to put
like the worst
regulatory meeting
to get around,
to get quote unquote experts. And I did some light research on the experts before the meeting happened, because I was trying to figure out if I could make it. I sadly couldn't make it. Mm-hmm. Apparently, if I did make it, though, it wouldn't have been worth it.
Oh,
but we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I looked at some of the things, and I looked up one doctor, and scroll down 5 Google results, and it's a Daily Beast article about it. Stanford professor outed for transphobic tweets.
Never going to be a doctor that is worth his fucking salt or worth their salt. That spews transphobic shit, because it's false. It's false information.
Yeah.
And then if they come out and they're like, oh, this is fancy. And if a fucking successful doctor does come out and say some transphobic shit, some trans medicalist shit, they're going to lose their reputation. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's it. I will no longer respect them. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, continue.
But okay, so yeah, so fucking so they all these doctors are like, fucking hacks, right?
Yeah, of course.
They get flown in because I don't think any of them are like really
fun.
They're not Florida, they're not like, fucking
no, yeah, they're
like
not from here. They don't live in Orlando. Yeah,
they don't live in Orlando or anywhere else in Florida, or whatever the fuck, or they do live in Florida because they love DeSantis and
they love it.
So
they
basically, a bunch
backwoods.
of pro DeSantis, anti-trans doctors got together in a little regulatory meeting at the hotel within the airport.
Yeah.
Already just making it difficult because let me tell you, it costs money to park at the airport.
It costs extra money to park at the fucking. You have to have a room, I think, to park at the.
Specifically at the hotel.
Yeah.
So that means you have to try, and they held it at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So you have to either get there at like 7 to park at like the satellite areas or within even like the terminal top or at the C parking garage. Which is like disconnected from the main terminal where the hotel is. So then you have to
take the people mover over to the...
And then you're already wasting like 15 minutes, and then you got to mobilize with other people.
Yes.
And I think doors opened at like 7:30, so you had to be there by at least 7:30 to make sure you got in there.
And I used to work at the airport. Let me tell you how fucking difficult it is to get to the hotel part of the airport. It was like a different realm that you had to take a left and then a right, and you had to be on the right side of the terminal, and you had to go up a floor and then down a floor, and then you were there. You know?
Like it's weird because like fucking what is it? Fucking
it's not intuitive at all.
It's not intuitive at all, and like you have to either park on the right on like the correct side of terminal top.
Yeah.
Or I think if you're like lucky and you know where to go, you park in C, and then it drops you off right next to the hotel. Thankfully.
In C?
If you park in C and you take the people mover over, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you take the people mover, you're right there.
But then you have to waste time on the people mover.
Right.
Yeah.
Which usually they're pretty quick, but it's also like, man, and especially with
it's a hassle already.
Just opening, people are going to be going there. So
yeah, so already a hassle. And then you have to deal with like tourists.
Yeah, also tourists are having.
Yeah,
they
trying
don't know
to
what
leave
the fuck
or
is
trying to
going
get
on.
in. They don't know anything, so
they just want to go to Disney World.
You have to traverse like thousands of people just to get to this hotel, right? So they do this at 8 o'clock. I think they do their stupid bullshit. They do like what is it? I remember reading
I heard they only listen to like 90%. Like 90% of who they listened to were detransitioners or who were manipulated into being talking points of anti-trans people.
And like fucking
or transphobes.
Basically they only let transphobes talk, and like when there was an opposition, they cut the meeting early, basically.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And they told all the trans activists to, quote, I think send an email is what they said.
Fun and cool.
Yeah, so basically telling them to go fuck themselves.
I heard specifically one person was like saying, if what you're saying is going to go through, it's going to cause a lot of trans children to kill themselves. And they responded, and this was quoted. I'm not sure if it's an actual quote. I hope to God it's not. But I wouldn't be surprised. They went, "That's okay."
Because they don't give a shit. They don't care about they don't give a fuck. They don't give two shits. They hope that's what they hope for.
If you weren't sitting behind a desk, if you were on the street and a stranger came up to you and said, "Hey, what you do for your job makes it so that my kid is going to kill themselves," and you looked at them straight in the eye and went, "Well, that's fine," you would get your ass beat in the street.
In the fucking street, yeah.
By a mom. That's a mom.
Yeah.
With their kid.
But now you gotta hide behind a fucking podium with a microphone. So you're gonna say all the shit and then you helicopter out of there like a fucking asshole.
And, that's what I saw on Twitter. Somebody said, I don't have the person memorized, but they said that trans people are the door to getting rid of the LGBTQ for Republicans. It's the entryway where people are okay most of the time with gay people, on a larger scale. There's gay marriage,
Yeah.
But trans people, they have their foot in the door to being like, isn't that weird? Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Don't you want them to just be normal? What about, isn't it really just kind of against God if somebody wants to kiss the same sex?
Guys, clips there right now. Do it.
I don't think that's very good, don't you think? I don't think they're getting into heaven. You know what I'm fucking talking about? And it's true. It is true. And I guess that's why I'm very upset. I I feel like not enough people are upset about this, you know?
Yeah, and like I don't know, it seems like
and you know, specifically people in Orlando. I think a lot of people showed up yesterday and they were doing a fucking great job, but not enough people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not on the people that did show up. It's on fucking the people that I go to work with who just don't give a shit, or they do care and they just hear and they're like, I don't believe in that crap or something like that.
Yeah.
It's those people that have just heard talking points from Republicans or from conservative family members who have other, you know, conservative talking points. And it doesn't matter what their political affiliation is. They could think of themselves as a Democrat and still go off conservative talking points, alt-right talking points, and just walk around and be like, I don't care about the pronouns. I don't care about that. I don't really give a shit, because it doesn't affect their lives, because they don't know one single trans person in their life. Or if they do, they're so anti-trans person that person is not going to open up to them.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't have to. They're the victim. You know? They shouldn't have to put themselves... If we were in Nazi Germany and there were, you know, not German citizens who were just walking around like, I don't really care about this whole Nazi thing, and they had a Jewish friend, that Jewish friend shouldn't have to open up to them and be like, but I'm gonna die if you don't care.
You should know by now. Yeah,
it should be on German citizens to tell those German citizens, you should fucking care.
Yeah,
because then people are going to die.
Yeah, and it's really shitty. I mean, it's a good thing that like we had Jon Stewart and John Oliver back to back weeks talking about this on a mainstream, and that's good. But like that's not enough, and it's like we need it quicker and faster. We need more people talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it is a big deal for that specific situation where your mom, who is a Democrat, who hears more conservative talking points than she hears leftist talking points. Yeah. Goes, I don't really know about all this. I don't really care. Back in my day, everybody was transphobic and I didn't think it was transphobic. I thought it was fine. And goes about her day, doesn't realize she's harming trans people by thinking that here's John Oliver and here's Jon Stewart because she likes them, and goes, oh shit, my mind just changed.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We need more of that, I guess is my main point. Like,
I know.
especially with this.
Like, I keep seeing these posts on Twitter of people being like, my mom is silly. And it's like their mom being extremely alt-right, saying that vaccines don't exist.
Yeah, and like that's not silly. That's fucking don't enable that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then they'll say like, or you know, it was
off topic, get vaccinated. But
yeah, get vaccinated.
Get your booster, but like fucking
it was a mom saying that litter boxes are put in elementary schools.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Which, I mean, there was only like one school that did it, and they did it because what if there's a school shooting and they have to have a lot of kids in a room for hours and they have to poop?
Yeah.
It's not for kids that identify as fucking cats.
No, it's for, you know,
it's for the very real threat.
Possibility of being shot at.
Which,
and being
by the
locked
way,
in a
there
room.
was a school shooting last week and nobody cared.
There was?
There was.
I didn't even hear about that. Jesus.
Yeah, I was at work and fucking, what was it, last Friday?
Credit to my abusive job. At least I was fucking well informed of this shit. Jesus. But no, fucking.
Yeah, like I was at my job. I was at lunch. And then last Friday, I'm friends with this woman who's Puerto Rican and she's a mom. And she goes, oh, there's another shooting. I was like, what? And she goes, yeah, it was in Oklahoma, I think, because I know a lady who lives there and she posted about how it was the school down from her street.
Oh my God.
On Facebook. And maybe it wasn't Oklahoma. Maybe she moved. I have no idea where it was.
But I mean, still, the fact that you like even like, you know, that school shooting happened, but like you don't know exactly where.
I don't know where. Nobody talked about it. I think on Twitter, some people said like there was a school shooting this week and that wasn't big news. And then we all moved on. You know, Nobody really gave a second thought about that.
Because, you know, Elon Musk buys Twitter and fucking.
Yeah, but that's where I heard like from her. She said that video games caused school shootings, and I was like, okay.
Sure.
She was like, yeah, they shoot and then they think that they're real. And I was like, okay.
And that's another thing, too, I'm realizing. I just started a new job this week, an in-person job. I've been working from home by myself for like 2 years now.
Same,
so I went back to this new fucking in-person job. And like it only took like 4 hours. It took after my lunch break to work with someone who was talking about like how there's more crime, like 1350 shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck, I'm not talking to this guy ever again.
Right.
And there's a bunch of other like old white guys at my job, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to know their opinions. So I don't know. It's really that's where I'm kind of like doomer pilled, where it's like being reintroduced to society and then having all this like shit happen. So
it's, I mean, it
is doomering, and I don't want to. I want to state for the record, like, even though it's doomering, there's still a duty.
Still vote.
You should still vote. I think voting is kind of like
the one way out of doomering.
A little bit, but it's kind of like it's kind of like recycling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Where it's like recycling is a good thing to do, and you should do it.
But everyone it really feels like you're not making a difference.
It doesn't feel like you're making a difference, but you kind of are.
But you kind of are.
I don't know, like technically speaking, 90% of all plastic that's recycled is just thrown in the trash. Did you? Yeah, it's a fun statistic, really isn't it? Yeah, it's a fun statistic.
Cool. What the fuck have we been doing all this time?
If you recycle, at least 10% of your plastic won't be trash.
That is true. Okay.
And also, like, recycling aluminum and glass is still relatively worthwhile. Aluminum for sure, because it's like an actual metal, but like, and like 75% of all aluminum in circulation has been recycled.
Oh, wow.
So like it's a good thing. And like with voting, if you vote in someone that's not a Republican fascist, there's one less Republican fascist.
Yeah.
Even if it seems like there's like an overwhelming number of like Republican fascists.
Yeah.
And even if you think like there's no way in hell that if I vote, it's still at least worth it to bump up the numbers of voters voting for Democrats, because then at least like you might get a focus of like next primary there might be more money coming in to help, you know, like
that's a good point.
What is it? It might be worthwhile more to actually try and get people to vote and do shit, you know?
That's a good point.
And because I think voting is like the very basic foundation.
Right. And well, that's what I'm going to say is every time I feel like, wow, the world is crap, fascism is taking over, whatever, this shit, it just gets me really down and I can't even get out of bed and shit. And I have depression. So that
I mean,
comes into it too. And everybody
doesn't help, but
you know, and it's hard. I want to like validate, like, it's fucking hard to not be doomer pilled because of the way that everything is. And I think we hear a lot from kids who are like, is it bad that I don't have the bandwidth to deal with this anymore? Is it bad that I can't really look at politics anymore because I feel so overwhelmed? And I think, no, it's not a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's bad at all. It's not your fault. It's
manufactured to be that way. They want you to be overwhelmed.
And that's the thing, too. I feel like there's always been, like, from what I understand about politics, it's always basically been, like, for the most part, young people up until recently haven't really voted in general.
Yeah.
Because young people didn't perceive it as like necessary, right? Yeah. And I'm willing to bet that's still true to an extent, but I think now young people are getting more mobilized because they've been forced to.
I think ironically, like the election of Donald Trump really like opened our eyes into mobilizing a group.
Yeah.
Like the effects of that, because I don't think anyone during the 2016 election, remember it vividly, nobody really expected him to win.
No one did. No one did. Not a single person.
No. And that's, well, the people who voted for him, but otherwise everybody was like, those people are crazy.
Again, we're going to have to deal with another thing that sucks too is that we're not an actual democracy technically. Like your vote isn't equal everywhere.
Right, but it was like, oh, like we all discredited his entire rabid fan base, and like, okay, I understand why they were fucking crazy, but then they did a thing. They elected him.
They elected him, yeah.
You know? And so now I think because of that, everyone's sort of, from that era on and even before, like the kids in high school...
Yeah, because I was in high school.
Saw that?
Yeah, I was...
We're like, oh, holy shit, you really need to care about politics or else this crap is gonna happen.
Yeah, and like I remember I was really fortunate. Like I got registered to vote while I was in high school before I turned 18 because they did like a pre-registration basically.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I got really lucky with that, right? But like, and I don't know if that was, I don't think it was because of Donald Trump. I'm assuming it wasn't.
No.
Because like, that would be a very weird, like, fuck, we got to get young people voting now.
Oh, because we think Donald Trump is going to get elected?
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was like, what? That was 2017 is when I was finally eligible to vote. So like, I wasn't eligible to vote during 2016.
But 2020 you were?
Yes.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I think they were like, to me, the conspiracy theory is like, oh, they knew that in 4 years we're gonna need more voters.
Maybe.
So it's preemptively.
Wow, maybe.
But I don't know if that happens like in
No.
other schools because like fucking.
Huh.
So I don't know, like fucking. I
have
think
no clue.
Well, I think it's a good thing to try and register kids to vote because like
Yeah,
fucking,
absolutely.
once they turn 18, they're eligible to vote. They're already registered. They're good.
Yeah.
Especially in a state like this where you have to register literally like 4 weeks before.
Yeah.
You can't register on the. It's good on the states that do allow registration same day. So if you're not registered and your state does allow that, register.
Yeah, register same day. Yeah.
But like fucking like literally though like what is it? So I think the other two things I was going to talk about is that there's an assassination attempt on Pelosi.
Yeah.
Which is horrifying.
It's pretty crazy.
It's another one of those like Jesus Christ. It's like it's kind of like it's not the Capitol, but like it makes it seem like in 2024 there's going to be another Capitol
Listen,
raid.
I don't like Pelosi.
Neither do I.
I don't think her husband deserves to get his skull beaten in with a hammer by a crazy person who saw Black Adam. Did you hear that?
Is that what happened?
He saw Black Adam with the what is that, Idris Elba, I think, and he got upset, and then he.
It's with The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
I think so.
Sorry.
I mean, maybe
I think Idris Elba was in a different thing
I don't remember
recently or something. I saw Idris Elba in something else. I didn't know The Rock was in stuff anymore. Fucking yeah.
Have you not heard of the Fast and Furious series, Sarah? Because I'll let you know.
He's in the Fast and Furious series now?
Yeah.
I don't watch that.
Have you not been on? We live in Orlando. Have you not gone on the Fast and Furious
No, I've
Supercharged?
never have.
Oh, we're doing that next week.
I know. I say this like every
Yeah,
time you
we're
bring it
fucking
up. I'm
going,
like,
baby.
I've never seen that. Yeah.
No. So The Rock was. I think it was The Rock. Yeah.
Okay,
but
The
he still
Rock
does
with
stuff.
Black Adam.
That's
But
not important, but
yeah, the guy saw Black Adam and then he got super upset. And then he broke into Nancy Pelosi's house, screamed, "Where's Nancy?" And then Nancy Pelosi's husband was like, "I gotta use the bathroom." And then the guy was like, "Okay." And he went into the bathroom, called the police. And the police showed up and the guy was beating his fucking skull in with a hammer. I don't know. Like,
I don't think that should happen.
so the rent control bill. I want to talk about this fucking rent control bill, okay? Holy shit. I spoke about how people in Orlando are racist, homophobic, transphobic. You hang out with them on your lunch break. You learn their kids' names. You fucking learn what their favorite food is to eat. And then, we talk about what they do on the weekends and everything like that. And then they say some batshit crazy bullshit about how trans people shouldn't have pronouns or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, huh, not going to eat with you anymore. You're fucking crazy.
Right, yeah. But.
And then you ask them, you hear about this rent control bill coming up? And they go, oh my God, yes. They tried to fucking push my rent from $900 to $2,000 this fucking...
So
when
everyone
I had
agreed
to
with
read it.
that, yeah.
Every single person. It did not matter.
I remember, back in...
If they identified as Republican, Democrat, leftist, if they were a fucking Nazi, they were like, yeah, we should have rent control in Orlando. And fucking Ron DeSantis, landlords also...
Yeah, like a landlord association.
Fucking...
Who apparently also probably wrote the bill as well.
What?
I think there was something about how like a landlord association came in.
I think that's the attack ad that went out. They
Never
said
mind
that
that.
whoever wrote it was like the landlord's trying to get one up on you, so you shouldn't vote for it.
Yeah, that's fair. But okay, but I remember the original bill was like very flawed. Like it was like it basically said like only units that are under $1,200 are going to be rent controlled.
Yeah.
So like for example, we're technically over that. So anything that can go over that.
But yeah,
it's better than nothing.
So that means that definitely the people under 1,200 shouldn't get rent control, right, Josh?
No, but they should. Yeah. But like it's definitely like, especially if like.
No, it's not the perfect bill for sure.
It's not the perfect bill, but it is better than nothing.
Yeah. But that is not the point, though. The point is that a fucking judge was like, oh, this is unconstitutional, this bill. It's already on the ballot.
Yeah, like it's literally like if we go out, it's probably still there, and people have voted on it already.
And their vote doesn't matter anymore.
And it doesn't matter.
A fucking judge that's appointed by Ron DeSantis can just say whether or not your vote matters.
Yeah.
It pisses me off no end.
Supposedly we have this freedom to vote on like shit that's local to us, but no, the state can just come in, or a state appointed judge can come in, which is basically the state. At this point, it's the state. Yeah. The state can come in and be like, go fuck yourself. Because the judge isn't
listening to the fucking people of Orlando.
No, of course not.
They're not thinking about the best fucking shit for Orlando. The best shit for Orlando is fucking, Orlando citywide rent control.
Yeah, like literally. But no, like fucking...
It doesn't make any sense. If people can't afford to live here, and they increasingly cannot, and very, very quickly.
And of course, to me, it seems it's targeted because, Orlando's a pretty fairly blue, like bluer than like even Miami,
Yeah. And that's why the trans shit is happening here. That's why this fucking bullshit is it's anything that makes liberals and leftists happy. Republicans are coming in at the fucking state level, at the city level, and blocking it.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to live in this red state. They want to turn Florida from purple to red.
Yeah, and make it a more stronger red than it is before. Because, technically Florida is, like, quote-unquote purple, but, like, the past few years it hasn't been.
It has not.
No, so, like, this is very much, like...
And it's been getting worse, too.
Yeah, and, like, it sucks because, like, it's only, like, maybe, like, 200,000 more people, like, some shit like that. I don't remember what the voting numbers were. It might not be that, but I remember, like... It really sucks because there's, like, these very saturated blue areas, You have fucking... Miami technically is, even though they voted more for Trump last time, but like...
Well, Trump specifically got in with the Latino...
Yeah, because
crowd.
of the anti-communism shit. And so Miami got a little bit taken back, but like Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa, I believe, is pretty blue.
Yeah, Tampa's pretty blue.
Like basically most of the coastal cities and this one inland city.
Yeah.
I don't even think Tallahassee, where the capital is like
no,
blue.
Tallahassee's
pretty
red.
red. Yeah. So like... It seems, it does seem like a pretty targeted push to remove all the blue parts of the state and just finally just solidify it even more.
Yeah.
Which is fun because, and it's awful. And I was trying to make this point. In relation to like how like everyone is like okay with the rent control. Like back in 2016, I think that was the year where it was $15 minimum was on the thing.
Yeah.
And it was like 73 to 20.
Everybody wanted that.
Everyone wanted that. And I think I remember there was like Vosh was talking about that at some point about how like technically like everyone knows that leftist policies are good. But if you call them leftists,
they're not
people are
going to
call it socialist fucking bullshit, you know, and trying to get people scared away from it.
Yeah.
Even if it's better for everybody else. And that's how you get DeSantis. But yeah. That might have been 2018. I don't remember. But like.
But I mean, yeah, it makes total sense. And that makes even, that has been a truth for a fucking long, long time. But it makes more sense for it to be verbalized now because now is the time where it really feels like everything matters,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just reading that this morning, that happened this morning.
Oh yeah.
The vote thing, it was like crushing.
Yeah.
I don't care if our rent is controlled or whatever. I will move to wherever is affordable for me.
Yeah.
And I'll figure out my life around that, and it's going to suck, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. But I care about the people who need it. Families. We don't have kids.
Yeah, we're pretty
we don't have kids.
We're pretty solid.
We're two people. We're not a single mom working on one income,
we're two people,
trying to raise children
incomes.
that need a large house.
Yeah.
Or apartment or something that now has to move into like a mobile home or way far away from her job because her rent was increased $600 fucking dollars.
Yeah, and then
for no reason other than greed.
Yeah. And it's awful, man.
Yeah.
I was reading this, this is a little bit off topic, but I was reading this post recently about like how, like someone that lived in Orlando for like all their life, who apparently they tried only biking and shit, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. They tried only biking. Yeah. And it was really difficult. And then for their safety, they decided to buy a car. And I'm thinking like,
Orlando's a very car-centric city.
It's a very car-centric city. And then you're just making it I don't know. I feel like with that too, especially with like the idea of like pushing people towards the suburbs and like towards away from the city center, you're making every other problem worse. Like traffic's going to be worse, and then pollution's going to be worse. Fucking, it's going to be more dangerous for pedestrians.
Yeah, if you're forcing everybody to get on I-4 and I-95, and
you have more accidents, you have more fucking.
It's not going to work.
Yeah,
it's just not going to work. Yeah, and then there are no work from home jobs really. In the area that pay worth a crap.
Yeah, now all the shit's fucking getting pushed towards in person again.
Yeah.
Which I'm willing to bet part of that. I don't know how it is throughout the rest of the country or even the world for that matter, but I feel like around here it's been a lot harder to find.
It's been very hard. Like with my job search recently, I was looking for work from home customer service jobs, which is the work from home job that nobody wants because nobody wants to get screamed at over the phone in their own house.
Yeah.
But I was looking for that because I have a customer service background, and it was impossible to find anything that had benefits within the first 90 days or paid me over $13 an hour.
Ridiculous, man.
And our rent is like almost $1,500 a month. I can't do that. That's impossible. That's
Even with both of us working. As someone who was pretty much jobless for like a few months.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, like literally like it's getting harder in the city to live here.
Yes.
And that's why it sucks to hear like when there's a measure that could make it potentially easier.
Just a smidge better.
Yeah.
A smidge better for someone else.
Gets voted out not even voted out, unconstitutional, so no one can even vote it out if they wanted to, which no one's going to vote it out. It's going to win. That's why they got rid of it. It
is going to win, and now they're going to go to the fucking supervisor of elections. They're going to force him to try to, throw those votes out. Not the entire vote, but the part that says I want rent control.
It would be so funny if they're like, if whoever voted yes on it,
you don't get to vote.
They don't get to vote.
It's it's like such a fucking it's just so bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's bullshit. So I don't know. It sucks, and I want to, and I guess that's why I'm talking about this, because there's a lot of bullshit right now.
Yeah,
and voting isn't going to save us, but it's going to help. It is a thing you need to do.
You do need to do.
Step 1's voting, and then step 2 is like canvassing, phone banking, text banking. I used to text bank a little bit. I haven't done it recently because I've been fucking swamped.
But also, like, if you can't do that, at least vote. I think
at least vote. Yeah,
that was my point earlier. It's like, I know I work 40 hours a fucking week. I work during traditional time periods, which are the time periods that they
open up voting. Because it's not extended hours. Why would it be?
And I know what it's like to work 8-9 hours, come home and feel exhausted, and not feel good enough to phone bank, not good enough to go out canvassing.
Yeah,
and I get it. You know,
I totally get it.
But you have to at least vote.
Yeah, for sure. Fucking. Just try and do, if you can, vote. If you can and you're eligible to vote, if you can go and get registered to vote right before or the day of, register to vote. Just do everything you can to guarantee that your voice is at least heard that regard.
Yeah.
And then start planning for next election, the election after that, especially since next election is going to be a presidential one. But I'm saying this now because I know a lot of people don't give a shit about midterms.
Yes.
And you need to vote. Yeah, please. There's a chance that Republicans are going to take the fucking House.
Oh, that's fun.
So, yeah.
I mean, as much is going to get done as what's already been done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like
but yeah.
Yeah, fucking, so I know this is our Hail Mary 1 week out. Please go vote.
Voting for midterms is going to make the most impact on your actual daily life. Rather than like vote, like if you vote in the primaries, yes, it's going to make an impact on politics as a whole. But if you vote in the midterms, you're making an impact in your local community.
Yeah, even if when you vote for like president, I know some people just do the president and then not vote on anything else because they don't give a shit.
Crazy town, you're there. Why would you not do that?
Vote on every single thing.
Yeah.
If you can, look up a sample ballot, see what's on the measure, what all the measures are, do your research.
There are websites now that list everything.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, let's endorse Maxwell Frost.
Oh, yes. Josh went to high school with him.
Yeah, so go vote for him if you are in that area. Go vote for him.
He's fucking dope. He's Gen Z. Yeah.
Sorry for bullying you in high school.
I don't think you even did. He was cool, right?
He was a cool guy, yeah. He was a cool guy. But I was a bit of a dick. Everybody
thought Josh was an asshole in high school. So Maxwell Frost probably doesn't think of Josh fondly or
No.
at all.
Yeah, but vote for him.
Vote for him. He's cool. He's good. He's a good guy.
For the love of God.
If you have the ability to.
He'll be the first Gen Z congressman. Which that's pretty cool.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Fucking cool, yeah. Also, yeah, fucking,
I hope he fucking wins,
with
dude.
Gen Z fucking coming in, I feel like with Gen Z I'm more hopeful.
Okay. I don't know. I see their comments on TikTok and they got some opinions about some things. They're not always very leftist. Oh, wow. Look at that.
I don't drink, but
I see a lot of hatred from Gen Z sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But I
whatever,
get it because you fucking went to school during a pandemic.
Yeah.
I would be fucking upset too. Are you kidding me? Everything's
so
harder for you now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And that's why I'm going to vote in the people that made it harder. Republicans.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, go vote.
Go vote, please.
Please. Love of fucking God.
Anyway,
and
fucking let's stop talking about this dumb bullshit.
Yeah, let's get into the parties. What the fuck is this podcast? We could do almost a full hour of telling people to vote with at least 2 minutes of a rant that needs to get censored out, and then we go into
it
the
does
worst.
Not need to get censored.
It's gotta get censored. I'm not risking it. I'm not fucking. I want monetization. I want to suck on the supple tit of YouTube. You know. I don't want to get a fucking community guideline strike and have the channel gone for a week.
Well, you should.
All right, so Wolf story.
Okay, we're on chapter 10, I think.
We're on chapter 10. Sweet.
So last time she decided to go on a date with James. And everybody called her a bitch in the comments.
Oh, well, okay.
The main lady.
No, not a bitch. A dumb bitch.
A dumb bitch.
Get it right.
This is supposed to be a feminist story.
I think,
and everybody's saying these gendered slurs.
Sorry, dumb asshole. Is that?
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, pardon me. God forbid I say the cunt word.
Okay, chapter 10. All right. After leaving Ryder, I head to my parents' room. I walk in to find them sitting up in bed. Hey, you two. How are you guys? I asked them, coming in and taking my usual seat.
Wait, who's sitting in bed?
Her parents.
And Ryder, right?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Just her parents. They're two of her parents, a mommy
both
and
of
a
her parents.
daddy.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I blanked out. I thought I heard Ryder's name for a second.
No, she left Ryder.
Okay, sorry. Okay, she's with the parents.
Like,
all right, I'm
being
stupid.
weird with Ryder.
I'm the dumb bitch right now. But continue.
Fucking keep up, Jesus. Tired? How are you? You look a little stressed, Mom says. I roll my seat over to their beds. I'm okay. Just some crazy decisions to be made since I'm home now.
Whose dick am I gonna suck?
I tell them, leaning back in the chair. What are they? Maybe we can help, my dad suggests. So I told them everything about Ryder and the research I did, about James, about the moon goddess, everything.
Then my dad said, "The fuck did you say to me?"
What is any of this?
I'm dying.
What do you mean, wolf? It's all her fucking head. She's schizophrenic. You know what I mean?
She's actually last chapter,
moon
padded
goddess.
cell, straight jacket, moon goddess, Ryder, James, Ryder, James.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, sweetie, if we knew things would be this confusing when you came back, we wouldn't have asked you to come, Mom says, taking my hand. We would have just died and fucked off.
Yeah. What the fuck?
That's pretty fucked up.
Okay, so what I just heard is...
We would have just left you over on the other side of the fucking United States.
If you weren't such a fucking hassle, maybe I'd love you.
Yeah, I guess.
Jesus. Maybe if you weren't such a dumb bitch, maybe you'd fucking...
All right, let me
earn our
continue.
Respect, yeah.
Oh, God. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd rather be here despite all the drama. I tell her, giving her hand a small squeeze.
You caused, like,
Your
half
mom's
the
not
drama.
worth a big squeeze?
Because, yeah, she would kill
She's
her mom.
She's fucking dying.
Yeah.
Give your mom a big squeeze. So how do you think this thing with James is going to go? Dad asks. And then he says, I'm a Ryder stan.
Me personally, I'm Team Ryder on this one. And then he brings out a Team Ryder hat and shirt.
He's wearing a Team Ryder shirt. I honestly don't know. I want to give him a chance, but if he's anything like he used to be, then this second chance won't last long. I'll see how this goes, but for now I'm going to stay away from Ryder. I tell them, crossing my arms and lying my head against the back of the seat. Okay.
How's
it was spelled lying, not laying.
Lying.
Maybe you should just become friends with Ryder. He seems nice, Mom says. Your mother is right. Maybe you shouldn't dismiss him, Dad adds in. I just don't know. I mean, did you hear what the moon goddess said? I asked them. Kara, she never said you shouldn't be with Ryder. No, she said the opposite.
Yeah, she said you should be with it. That's what words mean.
That's what words mean.
That's what
you wrote
when
the opposite.
Says, do you now? Does the is the writer of the story in a hospital bed with amnesia right now? Because like
you wrote
this.
Oh my god,
that wasn't even like 10 chapters ago. I don't remember the beginning of this. This was like 3 chapters ago.
Oh,
that's some crazy short-term memory loss to have.
That's wild. Kara, she never said you shouldn't be with Ryder. Of course there's a chance of pain, but there is with everything. Maybe you need to have a little faith, Mom says, taking my hand again and tracing small circles on the back of it. Mom trying to fuck you?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's fucking weird.
Weird.
I don't want any more pain. It's bad enough knowing what's going to happen to you guys, I say, squeezing my mom's hand lightly. You're gonna fucking die. What? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I mean, eventually.
I guess eventually you're gonna die.
You're gonna have to get used to that, I guess. That idea. Uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
This is about who you want to fuck.
Yeah,
it's not
why
about
are you
me.
equating? Yeah, that's very weird.
I would be like, what is going on? Why are you so mouthy today?
Why are you so mouthy? And why are you putting on the same pedestal who you're gonna get dicked down by and parents dying?
That's a very teenager-y thing to do, though. Not gonna lie. We know, and we love you so much. You are strong. I have faith that you will make the decision that makes you happy, Dad says, taking my other hand and kissing it. I smile at them sadly. You two get some sleep. I'll stay here and I'll read my book, I say, picking the book I left in here last time.
Which book was that? There's been a bunch of books.
It's a textbook, I think. They both smile and nod. Soon enough, both of them are fast asleep. Hey. I hear a voice say. I've been sitting in silence for about 20 minutes. I turn around to see James and smile at him. Hey,
you hated him 3 hours ago.
He pulls up a chair beside mine.
And a pile of roses. Is it?
So I was wondering if you would like to go for a walk. I've got a small picnic, he says, holding up the basket that was beside him. I'd love to. I'll have to come back here after. I told them I'd be here when they woke up, I say, nodding towards my sleeping parents.
Why wouldn't you wait for them to wake up and then go on the picnic?
Because she's a bad daughter.
All right, continue then. Never mind. Quest solved.
Sure. Let's go. Let's go, he says, standing up and taking my hand. We walk hand in hand for a while. Hands this chapter. It's a lot of hand talk.
A lot of weird hand fetish going on here.
We stop walking and sit down beside a large tree. James opens the basket and takes out sandwiches and fruit. You packed all this? I ask him, taking a bite of the green apple I got. Yeah, I did. I wanted to do something special. Still making up for what I did, he says, the last bit quieter. Well, thank you. This is very nice, I say, leaning over and pecking his cheek lightly. Damn, girl, you're too easy. Shit. Stop fucking... This is the first date.
You get one green apple and you're already like...
Shit. You're already all up kissing him?
Yeah, fucking...
My God. Nah, that's fine. Kiss whoever you want.
Kiss whoever you want, but also
as early as you want.
This is very low standards considering where you were.
Yeah.
Not even a chapter ago.
No.
Like, this is very. You rode a motorcycle with someone else, like, and was like,
yeah, you were all up on his body.
Up on him, but the moon goddess comes in and says, "You should fuck that guy," and you're like,
"Nah, I'm not gonna do what God told me to do." That's not gonna work out.
I think, guys, listen. Again, agnostic atheist here, right? Whoa.
Yeah, I'm an atheist too. But if Jesus Christ came into my dreams,
well, okay, it's Jesus Christ. Like, God is the writer of the story. All right.
Okay, right. If Jesus Christ,
yes,
came down to me and said, "Hey, listen, my father told me that I need to tell you, I am the vessel to tell you this information, that you need to go out and fuck James Cameron, the movie director.
Yeah.
I would be like, well, I'm fucking packing my fucking bags. That's what I gotta do.
Hollywood.
I'm going to Hollywood. I gotta fuck this like old man.
He's gonna bring
That's
me on
what
a submarine.
Jesus Christ told me to do.
Yeah.
And I wasn't on any drugs when that happened.
Yeah, you were sober.
I was sober as shit. So it was real, you know? I gotta do that.
Or there was a blood clot in the brain.
Yeah.
Learned that from House.
Yeah, we're watching a lot of House.
We're watching a lot of House recently. But no, fucking sorry.
Yeah.
But
But
Jesus.
then wouldn't he be right? Because then I would go to the hospital and they would take the blood clot out of my brain. But that wouldn't have happened if I didn't try to go to Hollywood.
That's true.
So that's what it's, you know?
Yeah, it's like literally.
They point you in the direction and then whatever happens is fate. You know? He grins and hugs me. I chuckle lightly.
All right, hell yeah. That's a pretty light chuckle if I've ever did done hear one.
We sit back how we were and dig into the food. When we finish the food, we walk back and leave the basket on the kitchen bench before heading back outside. We walk around for a while longer before I decide I should head back to my parents' room. I had fun. Thank you for this, I say, turning and smiling at James when we arrive at the door of my parents' room. Okay. My pleasure. I had fun too, he says, smiling. Not a moment later, I feel James's lips on mine. I kiss back and feel tiny sparks. Less than I expected, but still pleasant.
Less than I expected. It wasn't that great, but like I liked it. Like it was the good guys of kisses.
It was the good guys. I was expecting the other guys, but when we got the good guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We pull back and he grins at me. I should go in. See you later, I say, pecking his lips and then heading inside the room. See you later, Kara, I hear him say. I turn around and smile at him, then walk over to my seat and sit down. I pull the book I was reading before, but before I even start, I hear my dad's voice. Nice to see you two working things out. I confess we didn't think it would happen, he says. I close the book and look up at him. Believe me, I didn't think it would happen either, but he is my mate, I say to him.
No.
But not the mate you're meant to be with, Mom says. Don't start with that. Yelling at your diseased parents.
Fucking just
like
dies.
immediately.
Immediate
okay,
heart
wait,
attack.
let's act this out.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Don't start with that. Oh no, Mom. Fuck. Wolf nurse. Here, boy, here.
All right, sorry. No, like the
Wait, Timmy's trapped in a well? Bork, bork, bork. Okay, hold on. I'm not making good jokes. I'm making jokes like a 50-year-old would make this episode.
You know, I'm the one that's watching fucking the Beverly Hillbillies right now.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm
you're
making
the one
Beverly
that's...
Hillbillies jokes.
Yeah.
Don't start with that. I've made my decision, Mom. I'm not going back on it now, I tell her, smiling slightly. I know, dear, she says, patting my hand. My daughter is not smart.
Good daughter.
Good girl. Calm down. Okay.
I'm waiting for the incest subplot. Did Dan Harmon write
I don't
this?
want that. I don't want that at all. I smile at her and we fall into comfortable silence until the pack doctor walks in. Alpha and Luna, and this must be your daughter, he says, smiling at me.
How do they not know that?
I guess they haven't met yet. She hasn't met the doctor. Yes, this is Kara. You probably remember her when she was here a few years ago, my father says. Yes, I do remember her. Nice to meet you again, he says, smiling kindly at me. You didn't, though, a second ago. He said, oh, this must be your daughter.
Yeah.
She was here like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Cool.
Oh, yeah, that girl.
Sure, whatever.
Whatever, okay.
You got a tumor.
You too, I say. 2 is spelled like the number 2.
Okay, guys. This isn't a text message. This is a novel.
No, not the actual number 2. It's TWO spelled out.
The worst.
I think you too is worse.
You too. Yeah, I think, yeah. All right, fine. That's a very...
If I had to read this in I wouldn't be reading this, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
In, like,
okay.
text speak.
God.
I have your test results, and you'll be pleased to hear you haven't gotten any other infections, he says, reading off the clipboard he's holding. However, I ask him, However, your injuries have worsened, and it is now definite that both of you will not survive this.
What?
He says in a grave voice.
That's a very... Why do you lead... You shouldn't... Who gives a shit if you have an infection if you're gonna die anyway?
So I have bad news and even worse news.
Bad news.
Bad news is you got pneumonia. The worst news is
that doesn't matter. You're gonna fucking die anyway.
I put my hand over my mouth and somehow managed to hold back my tears. I'm very sorry. The last thing I'd ever want to do is deliver this news, the doctor says. Thank you, my father says. The doctor nods and leaves. Without my consent, a few tears slip.
I don't think
Without my consent. I didn't consent to crying.
I don't think we should put crying with a consent of crying with like anything else that we usually use the word consent for. I think that's a little weird.
I don't know.
How else do you say that? Do you say that like without thinking? A few tears slip. Suddenly a few tears slip.
I don't know.
I don't even
know how else to say that. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's the only way to... I mean, it's interesting.
It's an interesting kind of...
It is an interesting sentence.
It is an interesting sentence. Doesn't mean it's a good sentence.
No, but it's interesting. I wouldn't have read that if I didn't read this, because nobody fucking else would have written that.
The old philosopher, Dimitri Martin, said there's only three things: good things, bad things, and interesting things.
Very true.
God.
Sweetheart, we knew this was going to happen, my mom says, taking my hand and kissing it.
Yeah, everyone knew this was going to happen.
Eventually, yeah. Unless you're like 3 years old, you don't know yet.
You don't know that the sun's going to explode.
Yeah, right. Whatever. You don't care about the heat death of the universe. You just care about Baba, you know? But I don't want to let you guys go. I don't think I can. I tell them, the tears running freely now. You are a strong girl. Besides, you have your friends in James. You'll be okay, Dad says, twisting the knife.
What about Ryder?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just rewriting this. You have your friends and James.
Wink.
The correct one. When we die.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. You have your friends and James. You'll be okay, Dad says, kissing my forehead. How can I be okay without you two? I ask them. In time you will be. No, you won't. From someone who lost their parents. It never gets better. In time you will be, Mom says in a soothing voice. I shift my chair closer to them and feel them both wrap their arms around me. I'm crying into their arms, the last time you'll ever feel that. I feel them both hug me a little closer, and eventually the tears stop, but we continue hugging. We love you so much, I hear my dad say for the last time, and feel him kiss my forehead. It doesn't say for the last time. I love you guys more than anything, I say, sending them a small smile, and that's all they get.
I'm crying. Jesus Christ.
Wow. So the next chapter has the worst tattoo I've ever seen in my life attached to it.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
And it might actually be cool, but the resolution is bad.
Just those last, like, fucking spiteful fucking never gonna feel that ever again. Oh, I love it. Oh my Christ. That's so funny. Oh my God.
Yeah, it'll all be okay. Children, when your parents die, never is ever again.
It's never gonna be good
Actually,
again.
that's the worst pain. Nope, it won't ever be.
Oh,
people really want their kids to not be afraid of anything. You should be afraid of that.
You should be afraid.
You should be afraid of that.
There's one thing you should be afraid of.
And it's the inevitable.
Is that the name of the next chapter?
No, these don't get fucking names. She doesn't put any extra work into this. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, bare minimum. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Wolf minimum, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm ready for one more. I'm still reeling.
Bear wolf minimum.
Bear wolf minimum, yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Okay, all right. Okay. Such a good. Oh, God. Holy fuck. That's so. Comedic genius, Sarah,
Thank you
everybody.
so much.
God.
I have to laugh at my own jokes now. I didn't get the chance to while I was performing. God, okay.
All right, I'm ready. If it just starts at their funeral, I'm gonna fucking walk out. I'm just gonna.
It's been a month since I took James back and we got the news about how mom and dad won't survive this. I've been avoiding Ryder everywhere. For some reason, I can't bring myself to talk to him or to tell him about the mate thing. I know he'll find out eventually, but I don't want to put myself on the line, so I don't plan on telling him. What the fuck does on the line mean?
I want to put...
on the phone?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? On the clothesline?
I think you have more important things right now.
Your parents are dying.
Your parents are dying.
Spend time with them.
Spend time with them. You have a knowledge. You're nice parents.
Yeah, you know beforehand. You know how many people don't fucking know?
Sometimes it just happens, man. Sometimes that shit. You're in the same fucking room. Chill out with them, you know?
This is so disrespectful. Honestly, I fucking knew a girl in high school who got the call that her dad was in the hospital from like a work accident or something.
Yeah.
And then he fucking died. And she was like in the 12th grade.
Jesus,
like,
man.
It's not something to just be like, now my Wolf OC's dead parents are going to die. And she's going to get through it like a superhuman. If you don't know what that's fucking like, don't write about it.
Yeah, or if you don't know what it's like, maybe ask around.
Yeah. Somebody's parents have fucking died.
Yeah, someone you know's parents have died. Maybe you should ask them what it feels like. You shouldn't just be like...
Whatever, it's going to be fine. That's such
epic.
A young person whose parents are totally alive for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
yeah, 100%.
opinion,
Yeah,
you know?
like... Nothing ever
Whatever,
bad.
it'll get better with time. It doesn't. It's the one thing that doesn't.
It won't get... God, that's so funny.
I mean, like, we all say it does, so you don't freak out.
You don't freak the fuck out.
But it's
gonna get worse. It's never gonna go away.
It's gonna get worse, yeah. Oh, man.
Especially when other people, parents are still alive and they're being dicks about it.
Yeah, when you're young. It sucks ass. Usually people get more accepting once they get older. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking... ask anyone whose parents have died. If they're just like, yeah, that was awesome. It's kind of they're not gonna be like, hell yeah, unless they were like total dicks or something.
Yeah,
you know?
literally, that's the only time. But in this story, it's not made clear that the parents are total dicks.
No,
in fact,
loving.
they seem like they're loving. Yeah,
and chill.
It would be like you wrote in your story, you watch some random person on the street get stabbed 100 times over,
and then you just like don't have any PTSD from
no
it.
PTSD.
No
from
reaction.
No.
Cool and fun.
It would be so fucking funny.
Yeah.
If during this they had like a pet.
Well,
and then the pet, and they were like, this pet's the worst thing that I'm gonna lose. All fucking like,
yeah, like the pet
that's
is
the thing
worse.
they're gonna take seriously. But the parents dying, fuck them.
Okay. Mom and dad have been getting worse as expected. They're losing a lot of weight, but they managed to keep their spirits up. I think it's mostly for my benefit, though. James helps a lot. He's really good at comforting me when I'm sad about my parents.
Is James a new guy or something? Like, this is such a weird...
he's a completely new dude, I guess.
It's just a new character.
I don't know.
I hope it's all a dream. I still really hope it's all a dream.
I hope he just wants to be the alpha.
That's probably what it's going to be,
I hope
right?
that's what it is. That seems like the obvious,
No, but Ryder's going to want to be the alpha, actually.
He's the true alpha because he's her true mate.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
All right.
You're spacing out again, I hear James say. I look up from my morning coffee. Sorry, just thinking, I tell him, smiling, then taking a sip of my coffee. Can I ask what you're thinking about? James asks me, laying his arm on the back of my chair. Just about the last couple months. Nothing specific, I say, shrugging.
To be fair, only a lot's happened in the past month.
The past couple months.
Past couple months. Literally 1 month.
I see him nod out of the corner of my eye. I finish my coffee, then lean over and rest my head on James's shoulder. Come one, let's go watch a movie in your room, James suggests, pressing a kiss to my temple.
Oh, like it's like Stranger Things, like 11. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd smile, nod, and follow him up the stairs. We reach my room and make ourselves comfortable on the couch.
Ooh. It's been a month. They're fucking.
They're probably fucking. I mean, some teens, they don't fuck in their relationships.
Yeah, fucking
That's
nerds.
Okay, it's valid.
Fucking geeks.
James puts on a movie. I couldn't tell you what it is because I wasn't watching the movie. Instead, I'm tracing the tattoos on James's arm with the tip of my finger.
They're fucking. That's not. Sorry. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So you're telling me whatever the trace happens to be. I think, yeah, if you're like huddling up on someone, right? You're this is the TV.
Yeah, sex professional, Josh.
Yeah, I'm a. Hold on.
You're gonna fuck this TV, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
fuck yeah.
right?
You're ready for sex.
Okay, so I'm ready for sex right now,
Yeah.
right? So I'm on this TV, and let's say this is the arm, and you're just kind of.
Yeah, you want to fuck that TV.
Yeah, you want to fuck that TV. Yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah, no, that's 100% what that is. Yeah, no, they're fucking.
Okay.
Sexpert is what they call me.
The tattoo cover his entire arm. It's not a single design, but many that form a sleeve. The different designs seem to form one strange image, but I can't decide what it is.
It's going to be a maze.
Tattoo above. It's going to be a maze. It looks like this. Doesn't it look like shit?
That looks like dog shit. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna try explaining it. So this is a very.
It looks like an infected tattoo sleeve, but I think that's because the color of it is like.
Yeah, it's
pink.
like a weird. Yeah, it's like a weird pink, like purple.
I bet it's cool
then, like,
in real life, but it
probably
does not
but
photograph well.
This photograph is not well, because then there's like also orange parts too. That really kind of makes it look like you.
It's a sleeve tattoo with color and with weird lines.
I think it's
not very
supposed to.
defined.
It looks like it's supposed to be like waves, is what I'm guessing is what it's supposed to be.
I don't know.
Because like it
This is
has
a werewolf
like this
that loves
that
catching,
loves the ocean, loves
catching
speed.
waves.
Yeah. There's one thing I know about dogs, that they love water.
I don't know. It looks like a fish.
There's
and
yeah,
like
so
a flower,
like
and
fish
waves.
flower waves, like a riverbank maybe.
Maybe,
but like it's not like it doesn't in the photo. It doesn't look like river colors,
and it doesn't look like multiple tattoos.
It looks
built
like
into one. It looks like one big tattoo that was all done in one session.
A bunch of tattoos that it would be like you have like a bunch of like little designs that aren't connected.
Okay, I gotta keep reading.
Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on.
Do you like it? James asks, looking down at his tattoo.
Oh, this is the same James. The way that you said that. This is never mind.
I nod so I don't offend him, but the truth is, I don't really know how I feel about the tattoo. It looks like dog shit. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be, yeah.
She's self-aware, you know.
You must be the Monopoly guy. That's a Monopoly guy right there.
Yeah.
You look up on Google the shitty tattoo.
Dog shit tattoos.
Put it up there, and then you're like, I don't know how I feel about this tattoo. Yeah, like.
Okay, when did you get it? I don't remember you had it when I was last here, I tell him. I got it not long after you left, he says, shrugging, then turning back to the movie. I nod, then continue tracing the patterns on his arm. I hear a knock on my bedroom door.
There's no patterns on that tattoo.
There's
lines.
Lines. I think she means lines, yeah. I'll get it, I say, then stand up and walk over to the door. I open the door and see Elliot, Connor, and Claudia.
Crying. The parents are dead. And during this time, you were just tracing tattoos.
Hey guys, come one in. James and I are just watching a movie. You're welcome to join.
This is written on an iPhone. Okay, I know now. Now I know for sure it's on a phone.
At the end of every chapter, it says sent from my iPhone.
Sent from my iPad, yeah.
You're welcome to join. I say, moving out of the way of the doorway and wait for them all to come inside.
They don't.
They walk in, and I shut the door behind them. James looks up and sees me friends and rolls his eyes. I furrow my eyebrows in confusion, but choose to ignore it. The others come and sit down, and I take my spot beside James again. There's silence since everyone's watching the movie. Since I missed all of the beginning of it, I decide not to watch it and instead pull out my phone. I read a book on Wattpad and settle down reading it.
That's what we're reading on. Oh my god. It's like watching a movie on YouTube, and then like we gotta go on YouTube?
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I like
this on YouTube.
Piano Cat much?
I like ASDF
movie
movies.
number 3. And then they'll look at the camera, the fucking eye winking and self-filleting.
Charlie bit my finger?
Whoa. Armored Skeptic number 347. That's the pipeline.
Amazing atheist?
Just the alt-right pipeline. Just fucking.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Fuck. God. Richard Spencer?
Dude, okay, if you go from Amazing Atheist to Armored Skeptic to Richard Spencer,
you were already
in there. You were already in there.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Fuck. The movie finishes and we sit there in silence for a little while.
Why? No one knows what to say?
You've never done that? You've never had a bunch of weird friends all in one room watching a movie on a tiny screen, and then it ends and it was the Babadook and a guy was fingering one of your friends in the dorm room as you were watching the Babadook?
And no one had any thoughts.
Everyone all knew because it was obvious. And at the end, we all just kind of sat there in awkward silence because she met this guy on Tinder and he was like, he worked at an army base in Georgia. So then he like moved.
I think this is a little more personal than I thought.
But she was on her period. So he didn't know she was on her period, but he just wanted to finger her. And then he asked her to touch his dick. And you were all still in the room watching the Babadook. And then you were like, man, I got to get out of FSU.
You mean this Wolf House, right? That's what that didn't happen, right? That didn't.
Oh yeah.
No, I know what happened. No, I'm joking. No, fuck it up. Okay, all right, fair enough. I guess that could happen to you theoretically.
That's the most relatable thing that's been written in this story so far to me.
That's true. Okay, this one very specific instance.
How are your parents, Kara? Elliot asks me.
Wow, really bringing the mood down.
Well, he's like, no one else is going to ask it. We've been sitting here in silence.
Your parents dead yet or what?
Thanks, Elliot. These three have been to visit them a couple of times, but always ask me how they're doing. Keeping their spirits up, but they both lost another 5 kilograms this week, so it's not looking good, I say, running my hands over my face. The others nod in understanding. They visit my parents with me every second weekend. We should go 1 weekend a month.
Wait, that's how long? Wait, what?
Every second weekend of the month?
Is when...
1 weekend a month is when your friends all go meet your parents?
For a whole weekend?
So they've only seen them once, because it's only been a month.
So yeah,
how many months has it fucking been? She said 1 couple of months. I'm so confused. Okay, we should go. Connor.
It's supposed to be on couple of months, but that still doesn't make any fucking sense.
That doesn't make sense either.
What the fuck is going on in the story?
We should go. Connor and I have some homework to do, and Claudia promised she would help, Elliot says, standing up. The others follow suit. Bye, they call out as they're walking out. Bye, I call back.
Bye.
Thank God, I hear James say. I look at him confused. They always come and interrupt the time we spend together. We barely get time alone, he says.
I was trying to finger you.
That's exactly what happened at FSU. What are you talking about? We're always spending time together. It's Claudia, Connor, and Elliot that I barely ever spend time with, I tell him, turning to face him completely. Whatever. I have to go. I'm meeting up with the guys, James says,
the
standing
bros,
up.
Dude. Yo, it's game night for the bros. We gotta... This is now our relationship.
You can't see your friends, but I gotta see my friends.
I gotta go see mine. Apex tonight. Sorry, we gotta...
Okay, text me when you get back, I tell him, smiling up at him. He nods.
Why text when you get back?
Do you live together?
Do you guys not fucking live together? I thought that was the whole point of this house now. So I guess they don't.
I think they have their individual rooms still. Which, yeah, they've only been dating like a month.
I guess, yeah, but like... This is, I don't know. What's the logic here?
Where are the boundaries? He nods and pecks my lips, then walks out the door, closing it behind him. I sigh and grab my homework, then decide to go visit my parents. I take my homework with me and settle at the desk in their room and get straight onto my homework since they're asleep. Kara? I hear a male voice say. I look over at the door and my breath catches in my throat.
It's Ryder.
I manage to compose myself enough to say one word that I wish I didn't have to say right now. Ryder. I say, standing up. You're so
Ryder,
deep into this.
Ryder. Team Ryder. Put Photoshop that on my hat. I'm not going to do that later, but...
Okay, we stand in silence for a couple of minutes. Please sit, I say, gesturing to the chair near me. He doesn't say anything, but takes my advice, and sits down on the seat. Another moment of silence. You've been avoiding me, he says bluntly. I don't... Ooh.
Fight. Couple fight.
And then he punches me in the face. No, okay.
Only if.
I know.
Drama.
Actual drama.
I could relate to punching the main character in the face.
Why? You punched a woman before?
No comment.
Excuse me? Can you tell me?
This will settle out of court.
What?
No, I'm joking. No, because I want to punch the main character in the face.
Oh,
in the story.
I see.
Yeah.
I understand. You want to commit violence, but you haven't done it yet.
I haven't done it yet.
You were just expressing that you want to commit
battery,
male violence on a woman, a fictional woman. You're just admitting to that on the internet in front of thousands of people.
Clip it, guys. Clip it. Do it.
Josh wants to punch a woman. everyone. Cancel him, please.
Cancel him, yeah.
Okay, I don't say anything and look down at the clasped hands. What did I do? He asks. You didn't do anything, I say, sighing. I must have done something. I mean, you've been avoiding me. Every time I see you, you walk in the opposite direction. You gotta make that less obvious.
Yeah. You could. You shouldn't just like freeze up like a deer in headlights and then like reverse crab walk out. Like, I don't know. Like fucking what? Let's do the moonwalk or some
really
shit.
Funny.
That's really
Okay. Every time I see you, you walk in the opposite direction. We haven't spoken a word to each other since the night we were in the library, he says, sounding annoyed. I hope I sounded annoyed enough. You didn't. I've just been busy. I say quickly. Sorry. You didn't. I've just been busy. I say quickly.
I've been busy walking away from you.
I've been learning how to moonwalk. You didn't have to take any time out of your schedule. Just saying hi, 5 seconds tops. He says, looking me in the eye. I sigh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading ahead. I'm sorry. I sigh. Look, I'm really busy with homework right now. We'll talk about this another time.
No, you're not.
I say, turning back to my homework. Fine. Ryder says in a tired voice. I hear him stand up and leave. When I hear the door shut behind him, I put my hands over my face and let out a groan. What have I done? And then there's a note from the author.
Oh.
Hey guys, if you see italics, just a heads up that that's what the character is thinking. I'm thinking of changing POV, so it would help if you could recommend a character you would like to be in the point of view of. Vote and comment. Thanks. It's kind of obvious when it's in italics that it's in their head.
It's a thought, yeah. That's like 101. You
could
do
just
italics,
say
comma, she thought,
yes.
But yeah. That's an actual, there's a lesson as a writer I can teach you guys that apparently, because apparently people
you don't
need to
know. Yeah, people don't know. I guess people don't know.
People probably don't know that. That's not like, it's not like the first thing you learn, you know, but like, yeah, if you put something in italics, usually it means it's a thought or something.
I feel like I've read that in books though before.
Yeah, I know, I've read it in books too.
I don't know, context clues.
Usually helps, yeah. But usually like even with the italics, people put the comma, she thought or he thought or they thought,
and
you know.
Yeah, and then you can continue writing in italics and they'll know it's a thought.
Yeah.
So that was the end of the chapter.
I'm interested in the changing of POVs.
Yeah, actually, I'm interested in that.
That's interesting because that's going to be even worse. It's one
I can't wait to switch to James and have him be like, I fucking hate this dumb bitch.
I hate this
you know
dumb
what I mean?
Yeah. No, because like, okay, so like we've established that you can't write one character's perspective well.
But I wonder if it's the character or if it's the writing. I feel like it is the writing.
It's the writing,
it's
yeah.
definitely also the character because the character has to be, you know.
Well, the character has to be consistent. The character needs to.
Well, okay, in general, yeah, the character has to be consistent, but in this character specifically, it has to be like strong and awesome and feminist and all this shit. So it's hard to develop a personality other than. You can have a feminist that has a personality. You know, you can have a strong female woman that has a personality.
100%, yeah,
I'm just saying she's
I'm not one
writing
of these guys that look at Lord of the Rings and I'm like, women.
Schwomen. You know, no, I get it. But like fucking, I don't know. She's not doing that. She's choosing to write the female character that doesn't have a personality, really.
Yeah.
And just kind of makes wild decisions because we don't really know what she's thinking.
Yeah, which is ironic because we should know because there's italics.
I know. We just now got to italics. It's chapter 11.
Yeah.
We're a third of the way through the story.
We're a third of the way and I still don't know how to feel. Yeah, I can't wait to put a compilation of all of these fucking stories and see.
All in the one, see how long it is?
All in the one, see how long it is, and see all the contradictions.
I know, right?
And that's going to be fun for me. But like fucking, we're a third of the way, right? Yeah, 36 chapters?
30
chapters. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Fucking, Jesus Christ.
Fun.
So this is now, okay, so theoretically we're entering the second act then.
Her parents are dying.
So that is, I guess the second act has to be juggling with the parents dying and juggling with
James
and Ryder. And I guess that should be, that's the meat of the story, right?
Right. Which thank God we got here because it has been a journey.
It's been a journey. There's been a lot of setups.
Yeah.
And maybe there'll be payoffs, but like.
I'm interested to see what the payoffs are. This is why I love reading like media that is like not, you know, critically acclaimed or whatever, because it's like damn, bitch. I want to know what you think is the payoff, what you think is the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not what you're saying everybody, you know. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I get what you mean.
I don't know.
Shit. I don't know. Fucking
It's why I like reading Reddit. It's why I like reading fucking this people's thoughts.
Yeah.
Are fucking crazy.
Yes.
The way that people write things is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And it fascinates me.
I feel that.
Because, I mean, say what you will about this writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of typos, a lot of grammatical issues, a lot of overstating, a lot of, character issues, plot issues, a lot of issues. But she wrote this.
She did write it, yeah.
I've not written anything completely.
I haven't written anything in years, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it is commendable to write something. I won't disagree with that.
Yeah, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get it.
Yeah.
So, fucking, yeah.
So, yeah, I will commend the effort that's going into this.
Yeah. But we get to laugh at it, too.
We do get to laugh at it, yes. I want to say that.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to start somewhere. I get that.
Man.
But, goddamn.
There's
a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of shit to get through. But then you get really fun shit like I did not consent for my tears to run down my face.
Did not
or like
consent.
Your parents are gonna die. I don't know how I'm gonna get through it without you. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Okay. You're not gonna get that if you fucking just read like
Stephen King
or
Tales
Hemingway
Two Cities
or
some bullshit.
Fucking
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not gonna get wacky
and no shitting
thoughts
on that. Oh, you're gonna get wacky thoughts with Stephen King.
Oh,
but,
yeah, true. But wacky thoughts that are
not about pedophilia. I don't know why. I love Stephen King, honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't know why every book he has to have children's fucking something. I don't get it.
Someone took coming of age a little too literally.
Oh shit. Okay, let's do Reddit.
Let's do some Reddit stories. Yeah.
Then we'll do ads. Then we'll do listener stories. We'll get the fuck out of your hair.
We'll stop fucking bothering you guys with this fucking 2-3 hour long bullshit fucking dumbass podcast. A podcast that went to 2.5 hours last week, which is under our average of apparently 3. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, can I say real quick? Mm-hmm. No offense to this listener, but just to get a perspective of how fucking inconsistent we've been for the past 2 months.
Yeah.
Fucking someone asked, do we have a release schedule?
Oh, yes, they did.
And damn, technically it's supposed to be Mondays. No, actually, no, Tuesdays. Mondays for Patreon, which that hasn't happened either. But
I don't know. We're sorry. Life has gotten in the way for sure.
Life is crazy. Life's a highway.
Life is a highway. I'm gonna ride it all
night long.
You're going my way.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I have my story real quick, but you are good to go, Sarah. Welcome to the Reddit segment, mother effers.
All right, this is on Today I Fucked Up.
Today I fucked up. How?
Which I'm like, okay, this didn't happen today. What he's talking about. So it shouldn't be on Today I Fucked Up.
Someday I fucked up.
It should just be on like I fucked up in my life at some point. You know?
I think we're getting caught in semantics. I think we're
No, it's about today. It's about the fuck ups that we do today. Okay?
Not tomorrow.
Today I fucked
not
up.
Yesterday. All right, that's fair. All right.
Okay. But Today I fucked up. I cheated on my wife 3 years ago. She agreed to forgive me if we opened the marriage, but now I live in agony every day.
So it should be 3 years I fucked up.
The first sentence, the title, said it was 3 years ago. That's not today.
Checkmate libs.
Checkmate libs. Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. You're good.
So basically, my wife, 39, found out that I, 41, had been hooking up with a woman I met online who lived 2 hours away.
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Already, but okay.
When the woman visited, we checked into a hotel. This went on for 3 months, and we had met a handful of times when my wife caught us. She was waiting in the hotel lobby and saw us coming down from the room. She left me the next day.
Womp womp.
We separated for 8 months, and they were terrible on all of us, especially the children. Male 9, female 7, and female 3. Your daughters are gonna not talk to you when they're older.
No, they are not. Nope.
Enjoy the time you got left.
Yeah.
We started talking about getting back together. My wife thought that since our sex life wasn't enough for me, and that she was sure I will cheat on her again, we might as well open the marriage. This is a game plan for if you're so deep in a marriage and you're like Catholic or something and you don't want to get divorced.
Yeah,
do
you're just,
this.
Yeah. This is actually a pro-life tips.
Honestly, this is an accidental pro-life tip
Yeah.
for sure. I told her no because I've already learned my mistake, but she wouldn't waver. I relented. We decided, parentheses, she did, not to tell each other the when, where, and with whom.
My dumb bitch wife decided that she wanted to find a way to cheat on me, and I'm like, that's not how it fucking works. I cheat on you, motherfucker.
I have to cheat on you.
So basically, from those rules, it's just you gotta say that you had sex with someone.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You don't even say that.
Never mind. You can just go fuck
You
whoever
just
you want.
assume that the other person is having sex.
Kind of based.
It's kind of based.
It's a little based, actually.
Now, over 2 years later, we are back to normal on the outside. On the inside, I'm dying a little each day.
Just go fuck someone. You started this.
I love this so much.
You fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
You got a hall pass.
Every time I see her happy, I wonder if this is just her old bubbly self or if she was thinking of someone. She is a very beautiful woman, and I'm sure she has no problems finding men who want her. Whenever she takes a shower after coming home, whenever she rejects my advances, I think that she has been with someone, and that kills me. I've tried to discuss closing the marriage again, but she shuts these attempts very quickly with the divorce card.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she's smart. Yeah, she's got
awesome.
your number, you idiot. Yeah.
Before all this happened, we had amazing sex several times a week, but now we probably have done it 4 to 5 times in these past 3 years. She demands I use protection, and she refuses to let me eat her or make her come in any way. I stopped asking because the sex is painfully bad now. I haven't slept with anybody else because the look on my wife's face in that lobby still makes me sick with guilt. I don't know how much more I can take. I love my wife and I want to spend the rest of my life with her. Will she ever stop punishing me? Have you ever forgiven a cheating spouse and stopped punishing them? What's going on in her head? Dude, imagine she's not even fucking anybody.
Yeah, the mind games.
She's just living her fucking life, and she doesn't have this fucking stupid horn dog of a husband.
Yeah, just fucking...
And she's just tormenting him every day.
Just saying, yeah, just...
This makes me so unreasonably happy.
I'm surprised she's not letting you eat her out, because you can come home with a bunch of... some other dude's cum.
Yeah, some dude's cum in her fucking pussy. She's just doing you a favor.
An epic prank, actually.
Yeah. How do you like Tyler's cream pie?
Yeah, right? Jesus. Yo, holy shit.
And he doesn't even know if he's getting cucked. That's the cuckiest part of it.
You don't know, yeah.
I love this so much. She's my queen.
Yeah, honestly, she's fucking base as hell. Go fuck yourself, other guy.
Because now he's never going to cheat on somebody else ever again.
Yeah, literally.
She hasn't even cut ties, so he's not even fucking going to run out and cheat on someone else. She's just fucking punishing him.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, I don't like that phrasing either because like you kind of punished yourself.
No, yeah, you punished you fucked up. The guy fucked up.
Yeah, you lied.
This is the punishment.
Yeah,
your punishment, your self-imposed punishment because you decided.
She's not cheating on him because the marriage is open.
Yeah, it's not even cheating anymore. Yeah, which makes it doubly funny that now he has a conscience.
Yeah, now he's got guilt.
God.
Okay, I guess if I was Jesus Christ himself.
Big if, everybody, but it's okay.
Well, you know, like if I wasn't a human being, if I believed in like a above all good nature,
yeah,
you know,
okay,
she should divorce him.
Yeah, and take the kids.
Yeah,
because the kids aren't gonna want to talk to him anyway.
Right, he's an asshole.
Yeah,
she should divorce him.
She should. Yeah,
and I mean, it would allow him to move on. You know.
Yes, but
this is awesome.
This is funny.
And I'm not Jesus Christ.
And I'm not.
I'm Sarah O'Hearon, and I think this is fucking awesome.
Clip that, everybody. Green screen that. Put that anything behind. But no, fucking.
Yeah, put me on the cross, you know?
Yeah, put Sarah on the cross.
Yeah.
Atone for your sins, Sarah.
Yeah.
But no, fucking... no, yeah, you fucked up pretty big time, yeah.
Yeah, you fucked up, you dumbass. That's what you get. That's what you fucking get, dude.
Just waving the divorce papers when you come back.
I'll fucking divorce you.
You come home from getting fucked and you're just like, can't do anything about it.
Fucking telling you, that's so funny. He doesn't want a divorce. Obviously, his wife is over him. Obviously, she is not in love with him anymore.
No.
She goes, yeah, I'll fucking divorce you if you close the marriage because I don't want to fuck you. I want to fuck other men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And still keep my kids.
And still keep my kids.
Yeah. I still want you to take care of them.
It's just so based.
It's based in Red Pill.
It's based in Red Pill so much.
That's some good revenge, man. That's some good
for
fucking.
Sure.
That's a good one. That's a. Woo! All right.
Married a smart woman.
Nothing more dangerous than marrying a smart woman.
Ugh. I don't like the way you said that.
That's why we're never getting married. Ooh.
Oh, you think I'm smart?
Yeah, and
Yay!
you're not getting fucking shit.
Yay! My boyfriend thinks I'm smart.
You ain't touching my bank account, mother effer.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so I got a nice one. From Am I the Asshole? This was rising. Let's see if it's popular. It's not that popular. Good.
Okay, good.
Sweet. So,
fun.
Am I the asshole, me or my wife? Let me say that again. Sorry. Am I the asshole, me or my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, brofist, dude.
I'm fucking brofist, dog. Brofist.
All right, sorry. I just wanted to bring back 2008 for everybody. You're welcome. All right, so apologies. I cannot make a good title for this. Carlos has been my
perfect title.
Yeah. You said my wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Carlos has been my yard guy for a little over 20 years now. Over that time, his yard business has become extremely successful, and he makes a decent amount of money.
Good for Carlos.
Good for him. He has a son, Danny, who is around the same age as my kids, Mike and Anna. The kids knew each other growing up and would go to each other's birthday parties, but otherwise weren't super close. Anna and Danny ended up going to the same college, it's a popular one in the state, and eventually announced that they had started dating.
Oh, cute.
Everyone was very excited, and we invited Carlos and the family over for a Christmas dinner that year. It went really well. After a couple glasses of wine, however,
oh God,
my wife just made
my wife.
I can't fucking take this. Okay. After a couple of glasses of wine, however, my wife made a couple of jokes regarding our yard being cut for free now. Everyone was uncomfortable, and I quickly shut that down and apologized, and I figured that would be the end of it. It has not been. Also, money is not the issue here, but my wife has a tendency to be frivolous in places where it matters and a bit of a cheapskate where it doesn't, and this has become the newest and most shocking instance.
Oh.
This came up every now and then for years until Anna and Danny announced their engagement.
Oh, yay.
All of a sudden, it was like a dam had burst, and my wife became obsessed with the idea of getting free or discounted services, citing that they are now going to be, quote, family, and that, quote, family doesn't charge family. I finally told her that Danny might come into the family, but that Carlos isn't our family, and it's perfectly fine for us to remain close customers to him. I've done absolutely everything I can to keep this away from Carlos, Danny, and Anna. It boiled over this morning when Carlos came over with Danny to do some extra tree cutting. Huh. We negotiated a rate, and I had a check already written out. Danny knocked on the door when he was done to get the check, and my wife got there while I was in the bathroom.
Oh, God.
She made a joking comment to him and already asked for money from the in-laws and not even been married yet. And within the hour, I had an enraged call from Anna, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I argued with it's very weird. I argued with my wife about it. It got heated, and I ended up calling her money crazy and accusing her of valuing the $150 that today cost over our daughter's happiness. All this for a $150?
That's crazy.
That's crazy, Jesus.
That's not bad at all.
She's convinced that them charging us like, quote, regular customers is the wrong thing to do. More tough words were exchanged, and I ended up refusing to go over to our weekly date night until she sent an apology to Danny. Wow. Am I the asshole?
No, you're like the best dad ever.
Yeah, you're doing you're trying to make sure. That's some fucking base shit, dude.
All the dads I know would be like, I don't know, she's crazy. And then go and watch football. You know,
But you're taking an active role in your fucking
your fucking
daughter and
doing
son-in-law's
what someone should do.
Yeah, and I don't know.
She's been fucking weird.
Yeah. And I think so me personally, my idea of a family discount, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's one thing when it's you work at like a store, right? And you're not actually earning profit from the store, right?
And
so like
you can give whoever
you want a discount. Yeah. Like I remember when I worked at Universal, like if you came up, right, I would give you my employee discount. You know
but
what
also
I mean?
like I wouldn't do that every time.
No, yeah, of course. No, like fucking
Because that's crazy.
Well, yeah, the thing is
to
like
expect.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so let's say in this scenario, right?
Yeah.
I'm the one working, and then you come up. You could theoretically, not every time, but like if it, like you say like, oh, since we know each other, can I get a discount? I would be like, yeah, probably.
I don't think I've even ever done that. I think I showed up and then you were like, here's the discount. And I was
yeah,
like,
because that's what I'm thinking is like, oh yeah, I know, yeah, she's cool. Like,
right.
You're cool.
But that's the thing. You wait for the offer. You don't just say like, you know, you wait for the offer. You don't just say like, or you're going to give me a discount.
Yeah,
right?
you know, like, so, and like, in that scenario too, like, my livelihood isn't based on also whether or not, like, the fact that you get a discount, right? Like, I get a flat rate
and it's
for
also
the day.
Consistent.
Yeah.
Like, you're a big customer because you have had them for years.
Yeah. So
you
yeah,
know,
no, like yeah, and like fucking
that's fucking weird. That's a different thing. I think even I mean, I don't know. I've been around a lot of white people that have the audacity. So the first joke I'm kind of like, haha, stupid joke, whatever, shut up.
But then repeating it over and over again, it's not a joke.
It's like, no, you want that.
You want that, yeah.
You fucking weirdo.
And I don't know, and like fucking I don't know, because like I've worked with my family before. I've worked with my brother-in-law for editing work, right?
Yeah.
And this is for a project that like he wasn't getting paid on, so I wasn't getting paid either, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But like I know that like if he was getting paid for it, because I know he values his work, and we do basically the same thing. He's I'm a video editor, but he's more of a 3D video editor kind of.
Yeah.
It's the best way I can describe it right now.
Yeah.
Hi Wes. But
I thought you were talking about Jim this whole time for some reason.
No.
I don't know why I didn't think Wes. That makes sense.
No, yeah, but like yeah, so like he, you know, he does that video editing, and like for a while it helped him edit like the video portion of his podcast, which was like a highlight reel.
Yeah, I remember that.
And, like he wasn't getting paid money for that, so like I didn't get paid either, and I knew that. But I knew if he was getting paid money, I would probably get a cut or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like there was one time where I helped him on a paid project, and he sent me over money for the like 2 hours of work that I did. You know what I mean?
That's very nice.
And yeah, because we're family, and we both have to rely on this as like our business, right? And because like he's self-employed, I'm self-employed. Like, you know,
I just in general, I operate, if it's with friends or family, I operate on I'm not costing them anything. I'm doing this as a gift. And then if they offer, I'll take it.
Yeah, and that's fair.
But even then, if they offer, I'll be like, no. And then they're like, no, really? Then I'm like, okay, fine.
All right, yeah, I'm forced to take it, you know? Like, but yeah.
But like, that's the whole point. It's like they offer, hey, here's a discounted rate because you're family now. And
yeah,
I'll be
they
like,
should be the one to make the offer.
And then you should be like, no, I want to pay you your full worth.
At least like, are you sure? Like, I'm willing to.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We can do this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because like they fucking, and it seemed like they already negotiated a rate. Like it seemed like maybe there was already like.
Yeah, there was already
a chance to.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so like fucking. So literally like, yeah, it should be on the person doing the work to offer that. It shouldn't be like, if you're receiving that work from a family member, be like, hey, can you fucking,
if they need that amount, they need that amount.
Yeah. So
also, I'm a little weirded out of the husband being like, Carlos isn't family. I'm like, he
is family.
He's your daughter's son's dad.
You're right. Yeah, he's an in-law now. He's technically part of your family.
Yeah, you should think of him as your family. Your children are dating.
Yeah, you should care about his family. You should also care about his well-being and like money. You know, ironically.
Yes, exactly.
That's the system we live in, right? Listen, peach perfect system. You wouldn't pay anyone anything, right? But like,
I will say that's a very, and I don't know the race of anyone involved, but it's a very white person thing to think.
Yeah,
especially like upper middle class white person, where they're just like, what about, I don't want my taxes to go down, you know?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Exactly that. So
yeah, no, fucking, not the husband's not the asshole. No. Fucking, solved it. We didn't solve the other one. Solved it.
We did.
Solved it.
Both.
Nice. Damn, I have COVID arm. I can't dab.
I did it with my other one.
Yeah, I gotta do the solo dab is what it's called. Trademark. Fortnite, don't steal that.
A dab is only one arm.
No, dab's when you do it like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So solo dab's that.
So wait, so if we did this, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you could have done a dab.
My arm.
You could lean into the dab.
Oh, but then I hit the TV.
All right, so you're not in the perfect place to do a dab, but you could have done a dab.
All right, I could have done a dab. All right. And we should have done some
ads.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the ad break.
Hi.
Hey, are you enjoying this podcast so far?
I for sure am. Yes.
Are you enjoing this podcast so far?
Yes, I am a lot.
Okay, then you should like, comment, subscribe, and hit the goddamn bell.
Okay, I will.
I have COVID arm. I can't do this.
Hey, you don't need to do the
like,
other
comment,
one.
and subscribe, and hit the goddamn bell.
Hit that goddamn bell. Please.
And don't forget to rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple, and leave a nice written review on Apple too.
Please do that.
We will read them out here. We don't have any this week, but next week we'll read them.
Next week we will.
But also, if you want to help support the podcast financially, moving the gun closer to you guys, there's a couple ways to do it.
Yeah.
If you go over to patreon.com/APWSTR, you'll get ad-free episodes, so you won't hear all this bullshit.
No shit.
And you'll also get early releases and exclusive content.
Oh my god.
And you should also go over to buymeacoffee.com if you don't want to get any of that. You just want to do a one-time donation. You can go over there. We'll read whatever you have to say, as long as it's not racist, homophobic, or sexist.
Or anything bad.
Or anything bad. Yeah, we'll read whatever you got. We don't have any this week, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Man. And there's also technically channel memberships.
Yes.
Once we start live streaming, which we're planning on doing soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe we did one.
Maybe
when this
we
podcast
already did one. Maybe
out.
we didn't. We don't know
yeah,
yet.
during those live streams, you'll get access to emotes, and we'll also put you in the description at the end of the credits as well.
Yep.
And there is also Skillshare. There's an affiliate link down below. Learn something new and help out the podcast by signing up for free, and then I think you get a discount.
I think it's, I don't know.
If you sign
click
up,
on it, they'll describe
click on it,
it,
and you'll get, I think, a month free at least.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so you get a month free, you get to learn some cool stuff, and it'll help support the podcast. So,
yeah.
All the links are down in the description. Thank you all for listening to this ad segment, and we will go right back to the show. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Bye.
And now we are on to
listener
stories. And Sarah, I'm doing my NPR voice for some reason. Do you want to kick this off?
Yeah,
baby.
This is from anonymous she/her.
Sweet.
Am I the asshole for cutting off my friends because they stay in contact with my ex-husband? Trigger warning.
Okay, I was about to ask.
Pedophilia.
Unless no, there's no
actual
way. There's
legit
no unless.
It's just pretty triggering.
Yeah. So yeah. No, I don't. I'm gonna say right off the bat, probably not the asshole.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, next. But now.
I, 26 female, was married to my ex-husband for 3 years, and we were together for 7 total. During that time, we set up my roommate and my childhood best friend on a date. I'll call them Anna and Tate, and they actually ended up getting married. We were all really good friends, and they were both people I really loved and respected. Well, last summer, shit hit the fan. I found out that my ex-husband, we'll call him Fuckface, is a literal pedophile. A pedophile who prefers girls aged 11 to 16 and works as a teacher in a middle school.
Fuck. Yeah, no. Not the asshole.
He confessed this to me himself. The fucking idiot. I kicked him out of our apartment so fast, and obviously I told everyone he was a goddamn pedophile, including Anna and Tate.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I did also go to the police, and they did absolutely nothing. Fuck 12. But I did make him quit his job, so there is that at least.
That is good. Okay, one good thing. Jesus Christ.
This is why I took the story on. Usually pedophilia, I'm like, I don't know if we can handle that trauma.
At least the fucking got fired. Jesus, like, God,
yeah, like you're a good person.
Asshole. Jesus.
Fucking Anna and Tate were in shock, obviously, as was I. They believed me 100%, which I was so grateful for because a lot of people in my life didn't. Fuckface had spun a tale about how I'm a crazy lying bitch. Classic. Anna, being one of my best friends, was really there for me during this time. She knows all the awful details, which I won't share here. I was really open and vulnerable with her about my healing journey after such a traumatic experience. I also know that she tells Tate everything. They are practically attached at the hip, which at the time I was fine with because he was also a good friend of mine. So when I found out that Tate had gone to see Fuckface for Thanksgiving last year...
What?
Why not? Fuck it.
You know... Thanksgiving really should have been between healthy people and pedophiles and coming together. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, fuck that guy. Holy shit.
I was very surprised. I asked Anna about it, and she said Tate and Fuckface were quote-unquote distant friends.
Yeah, distant by going to Thanksgiving. Yeah, sure.
Distant or not, they are still friends. I freaked out and had a panic attack in the bathroom at work, and I told her I needed a break from the friendship and blocked both of them. It's been about 6 months now since I talked to Anna or Tate, and sometimes I feel bad about it. We've been friends for 7 years, and I miss Anna. But I also don't feel like either of them are safe people anymore. Am I the asshole for ending a 7-year friendship so abruptly because her husband is still friends with my ex-husband?
No.
No.
No, that's. I think those are fair grounds to bounce, because, like...
I don't know why people do this. People really see shit like this, and they're like, I'll still be friends with him. I don't really know
that's
why.
That's wild. That's just, like, fucking...
People just really don't want to be alone. And they're like, even if my only friend is a pedophile, I still gotta go have Thanksgiving with him. He's my buddy.
Like you do. Yeah.
And you don't want those types of people
in your life. What are you talking about? Yeah, like, no.
You went through a traumatic experience. You told your friend it was traumatic. She told you that her husband still hangs out with him. She's just kind of being like a wishy-washy, like, what can I do?
Very centrist on this one.
Which, I mean, it's hard to be centrist on certain things. Nazis, fascism, pedophilia, racism. Anything that's fucking like, that's not acceptable.
Yeah, like, no, like, obviously, no, you're right to end that off, because, like...
You're not overreacting.
That's not an overreaction. That's a pretty correct reaction, I feel like, is...
For not wanting a pedophile anywhere near your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even, like, you know, I think, being, 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon, I think everyone should be 6 degrees away from a pedophile. And by that, I mean, like, stay the fuck away. Like... Jesus, it shouldn't be, oh, I know this person who knows a pedophile. You should probably get that person out of your life.
And I want to really just emphasize this right at the beginning. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. There are people that believe that pedophiles just need to go to therapy or just need to go to just need to have, like, it's a mental illness or something.
All right, let's play with that argument. I feel like it doesn't take, I don't know how many months it was from that to Thanksgiving. I feel like that's a very short amount of time.
But then it's like, okay, I don't know how I got into this. I don't know.
No, let's play in the space. No, because like fucking...
but that's my point, is I don't want to play in the space. Yeah. I don't want to put a video of me being a fucking devil's advocate for pedophiles on the internet. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I think some people think that. I don't know if I think that. I've never really thought that much about it because I'm not a psychologist and I'm not a therapist.
Yeah, I'm not a professional in any way.
So I don't need to have an opinion on it. If I meet a pedophile, I'm not going to speak to him again.
Yeah.
He needs to go talk to a therapist or a psychologist.
He needs to figure that shit out.
To figure his fucking life out so he doesn't harm any children.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's not on you, listener.
It's not on anyone else to have to deal with that.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna even touch it.
Yeah. So not the asshole.
Nope.
No. Find friends that aren't friends with pedophiles.
Yeah, or think that it's okay. I don't know. If that's a fucking deal breaker for you.
You're saying it's okay when you go to Thanksgiving.
When you go to Thanksgiving, when your husband goes to Thanksgiving, it's like, oh,
it was a potluck. They needed more food, guys.
Yeah,
hey, gabagool.
It's because then, like,
it's Christmas. I gotta give him a gift.
And it's like,
he loves race cars, so I got him a fucking. I got him a little
race car bed.
Yeah, I got him
a twin-sized race car bed.
And I know that his girlfriends are gonna like him.
They're gonna think he's super cool.
Super cool, yeah.
Oh god, I don't like that.
I'm sorry. I think it's okay to make fun of pedophiles because fuck pedophiles.
But imagine he brings home, your husband is friends with a pedophile, right? A distant friend with a pedophile. He brings home like casserole from Thanksgiving. There's gonna be a little bit like, the pedophile make that?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
I don't know if I want to eat this.
I don't know if the pedophile touched this.
You gotta get gloves on and put it in the trash. You know, don't want any of the pedophile germs.
It's like, you know,
yeah, because fuck that guy. Yeah,
fuck.
Jesus.
Pedophiles around this casserole. The only thing in my fridge. Fucking. I don't want to cook.
Let's order out tonight.
But there's casserole in the fridge, honey. I'm getting a pizza.
I'm gonna order pizza. Listen, you can have the casserole, but like I'm gonna look at you differently.
You're doing more work being a centrist about a pedophile than you are just being like, don't feel like it. I don't want to deal with that.
Don't want to deal with pedophiles, so I'm not gonna fucking. I'm just happy that I came up with the race car bed is gonna impress his girlfriend.
Sometimes when we make jokes about people, I go, "That's a little mean," and I did that now, and I'm like, "No, it's not. Fuck that." Fuck that. Or like, I hope people aren't saying like, are you making light about pedophilia?
No, I'm making fun of a pedophile.
We're making fun of a pedophile, people.
Big difference.
Preemptively getting mad over things that probably aren't going to happen. People are smart.
God, pedophilia is bad, guys.
Yeah, that's our opinion on it.
Hard stance.
Hard stance for us. Pedophilia is bad.
Oh my God, I had to take my fucking ponytail out for that one. Jesus, just any more pressure on the fucking skull is going to kill me.
Well, I got pressure on you to read your story.
Yeah, but first we solved it.
We did.
All right. Second off, I got a story. I don't remember this one. I gotta be real with you guys. Skimmed all these.
Skimmed all these?
Gotta be real with you guys. Don't know
you
what's
gotta
in
read them.
I know. I did read them, but I forgot them all. So this is gonna be interesting for all of us.
Yeah. That's fun.
My first story of the night will come to us from Anonymous. She, her.
Ooh, NPR voice.
Am I the asshole expecting too much from my husband?
Let's see. I doubt it.
Am I the asshole / expecting too much? Me, 28, and my spouse, male 30, have recently separated. We have 2 kids, 2 and 3 years, but still live together. Parentheses, housing crisis stuff. Am I right?
I feel that, yeah.
So part of the reason why I chose the story is there's going to be a lot of like...
Parentheses?
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're good friends and have managed to keep our friendship intact. However, I'm getting real tired of his shit. They put a shit emoji, by the way. He's filthy to live with. Parentheses, he's gotten better, but still unable to fully clean up after himself. I.e., uses snotty Kleenex everywhere with every cold, him leaving the high chairs chunky, etc. And uses his ADHD as to why he can't keep things clean. Parentheses, he knows I have it too. And most importantly, he's completely checked out with the kids. I know I'm on my phone too often when I'm with them, but with him, it's 24/7. He'll often be so engrossed with his iPhone games that he regularly doesn't hear the kids ask for food or help or need to be changed. He will also regularly sit outside their play area in his own little corner where they can't interact and reach him and play his games when it's his, quote, turn to watch the kids. I have told him I don't like such I'm not comfortable with him and not interacting with the kids while he watches them. I'm currently a stay-at-home mom and a student, and he works 9 to 5 a weekday office job. I asked him to be more involved with the kids. If the kids get up extra early, he'll start the morning with them because I look after them during the night so he can be rested for work. Then after he gets home from work, he'll let me have some time to myself and that we'd give each other, quote, days off on the weekends. From sunup to sundown, we do whatever you want, sleep in, get weed, whatever. However, he's suddenly picked up a second night shift job since I've asked more of him. And while we do need the money, now he's too tired to help. This job is also out of town on top of having really erratic scheduling, so we're currently spending more on gas than he makes. He's told me he hates the job and is going to quit next Friday for multiple weeks now. I'm getting more and more frustrated, burnout, and upset. I feel like he's just outright avoiding having to take care of the kids, and that's the only reason why he's keeping this job. I can no longer hide the fact that I'm upset with him, and he just gets defensive and angry right back. I know he's going to through a lot right now, too, but I'm not sure I want to live with him or be friends at this point. Am I expecting too much?
So, okay, I mean, ADHD is one thing, you know, and it could be difficult for him to do those things because of ADHD. That's true.
That is true.
But you got to be able to communicate about, you are communicating your needs, and all it sounds like he's just being like,
next
ADHD, next week. Like, he's not really putting in any effort even to communicate with you, which, if he does legitimately have problems doing that because of his ADHD, he has to be like, I really do have trouble doing this very specific thing because of my ADHD. Let's figure out how to
deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so full disclosure, I got ADHD and I got diagnosed with it recently.
Yeah.
But for months, I've definitely been like suffering more and more from it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely impacted like pretty much every single aspect of my life. You know, the relationship, working on the podcast, fucking working my old job and the new job I'm at now. It hasn't been affected by it yet, but that's also because it's scheduled. But like, it was hard and like I didn't do anything about it for like months.
Yeah.
And there was a boiling point where I needed to fucking do it. So I finally got it done. It took like a month, but I'm finally on some meds, and they haven't kicked in yet.
No, you like literally, you just started it like 2 days ago.
3 days ago, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, there has to be a little bit of effort on
just a
his
little
part.
bit, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, having any mental illness, like having a partner with any mental illness, which ADHD is not a illness, it's a disorder.
Yeah.
But like, if you were with a partner that had depression, fucking they're depressed, right? And it is hard for them to clean up after themselves or to get out of bed or to do things, to put effort into things. But they also have to try.
Yeah.
There is a level where you do have to try. It doesn't have to be that you have to be a perfect person.
Oh, no, of course not. No,
but you do have to try a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And I don't know. I feel like you're getting
taking the extra job doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little.
And I kind of wonder if the job even is real. You know what I mean?
That is conspiracy theory, yeah.
That's
right,
that's my woman crazy speak on the inside. Is like he's just going and fucking somebody else.
Yeah, right. Because I don't know, he's like way too kind of closed off and like
defensive about the why keep
yeah.
the job if you're losing money on gas.
On gas, yeah. Like I don't know. At that point, it's no financial reason.
There has to be some other reason.
You need to find a closer job to do if you want to have a second night job.
Go ahead.
It should at least be close at night, yeah.
But even then, I think in general, like without the ADHD, without anything attached to it, I think in general, women and men in a heterosexual relationship, a woman often thinks like, well, okay, I have to get the kids I have to do this, blah, 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 and they're thinking ahead. And then a husband is just kind of doing what he wants to right now. Or like, he's waiting for the woman to tell him, go take care of the kids. But he doesn't realize that is the woman is doing so much more emotional labor, and he thinks he's doing his part if he does the thing. Not that it's what's really killing their relationship is that he's not thinking on the same level as the woman about her. Like he doesn't think, oh, she's taking care of the kids all day, so you know what? I'll come home and say, hey, don't worry about the kids. Go draw yourself a bath or something. Or go even a step further. I'll already draw the bath.
Yeah, right.
I know her. I know that she wants that. I know that she needs that, but she's not going to want to do it unless the kids are taken care of. So I'm going to work to a level where I can show her I take care of the kids good enough that she can trust me with the kids. And I'm just going to take them and she'll go take a bath and we'll both be on the same level. But sometimes, and I see it very often, certain like toxic men will be like, women don't tell me what they want. Women will just kind of blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, it's because your brain is on radio silence and her brain is going like haywire because you're not even putting in a little effort to think. And she thinks she has to do it all because otherwise it's not going to get done. That's what's going to ruin the relationship.
Yeah.
But ADHD makes that doubly as hard because she's constantly thinking because she has ADHD and he's just like constantly thinking about random crap and not about the family or,
Gotta play Candy Crush.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta play fucking whatever.
Diapers, schmipers. Gotta play that Candy Crush, you know what I'm saying?
But it has gotten to a bad level.
It's gotten to a pretty bad level where the kids are getting kind of left out and neglected. Yeah, so like...
bit.
Him,
not
you. Yeah, you're doing all right, but like fucking no, it's awful. And I'm sorry, you're not the asshole. You're not expecting too much.
No,
you're expecting
no.
You're the father of 2 kids to be a father.
Yeah, there's a level of competency that needs to exist.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a communication issue. I think it's a fly on Sarah's mic issue. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's my ADHD. Yeah, it's.
You get him?
I don't know. Fuck. Get out of the studio, everybody. But no, fucking no. But yeah, no.
How do you feel about this? Because
I think he's a pussy that needs to. No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I get it. I mean, I get somewhat his side, but also like, I don't think I was ever that bad. Was I ever that bad?
Well, it would be different if we had kids.
It would be different. That's true.
Yes. It would just be different.
Yeah, but like, no, since we don't have kids, we're not.
That's a responsibility.
All that really affects me is my work and cleaning.
and our relation. And I don't mind a messy house either. You know what I mean?
But like, no, for sure, it's like, it is difficult. But I think, there needs. if I guess if you can push him to get fucking help, because like if he has a job that has insurance, fucking take advantage of it.
If he
get on something, you know.
This is assuming he hasn't had help already. If he does, then
make sure that he's still on whatever help he's still getting it. But yeah, I don't know. Tell him to quit that second job if it's not worth the money, and if he wants a second job, to do something closer.
And if you can, continue to be like, hey, I need more from you to make this relationship work. And if he continues to be like, my ADHD, ask him, what are you doing to manage your ADHD? Because this isn't working.
Yeah. So like,
are you telling me that I need to lower my expectations of you? Because that's not happening, their bare minimum.
Already, yeah, so...
And then if he says, well, I can't meet the bare minimum, then you say, well, then we're not going to be together.
Yeah. And that's the consequence.
I'm going to go out and find someone who is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
No, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Solved it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dog.
I think it's you. It's a you, Mario.
It's a me. I saw a tweet that was like, every time I see my girlfriend's tits, I go, wahoo! Or yippee!
God, all right. Fucking, enough with the fucking jokes, Sarah.
Oh, I have to do my joke thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's for Patreon, right?
I'll do it next time.
Okay, next time.
I didn't really write that.
Oh, yeah,
many.
we're supposed to do Barbarian, too.
We didn't do that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. All right, this is from Anonymous She, Her. I didn't bother writing a title because I'm lazy.
God damn it.
So I've had a pretty bad relationship with my dad for most of my life. Ever since I started puberty and started forming my own thoughts and opinions, I've been demoted from the quote-unquote favorite, I'm the youngest of 4 sisters, daughter. When I was 12 to 13, all my sisters had moved out, and I started living alone with my parents. And me and my dad started fighting and arguing a lot. For a couple of years, basically the only conversations I had with him were at the dinner table, and even then we would argue. My mom was the only one I could find comfort with. Us sisters and my mom have all been treated badly by him and have had lots of hurtful experiences. Last year, I was finally able to move out to study at university, and it's been really nice. When I visit home, I usually try spending as much time with my mom and sisters as possible, and tolerate one-on-one time with my dad when I have to. Lately, I've noticed that my dad will randomly show me what he thinks is affection. Today, I woke up to a text from him, which is rare in itself, saying that he actually wanted to come visit me in my dorm today, which is 4.5 hours away.
What?
My God.
All right.
But that my mom said I was too busy with exams. This made me super anxious, as a surprise visit from my dad is the most awkward and stressful thing I can imagine.
Yeah, that's not great.
I quickly told him that my mom was right and that they should visit me after exams together in June. He then texted back saying he misses me and that June is such a long time to wait.
Weird. I don't know, I feel like you could have tried more a little bit
Earlier.
Yeah. But
I've never in my 20 years of living heard my dad say he misses me, and it made me physically cringe. I told him that him and mom could always call me if they wanted, which he didn't respond to. Getting affection from my dad makes me so uncomfortable and anxious. What should I do if he suddenly wants to spend more time together and mend our relationship? So you've graduated.
Oh, okay, you graduated.
You've graduated from father yelling at you all the time or parent yelling at you all the time to parent suddenly wants you to hang out with them.
Yeah.
He's got to apologize.
Yeah, he's got to, yeah.
You got to tell him, like, yo, I don't feel comfortable hanging out with you.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to fight. I feel like we're going to... Yeah, I don't know. I think...
When a child says to a parent, I don't really feel comfortable doing one-on-one time with you, it's the parent's fault.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, it's not your fault.
Their entire world, from the minute they were born to now, has been you.
And they dropped it.
Like
they dropped
you.
that ball. Yeah.
Now they don't like you.
So now,
you
yeah,
did
now
something
you're like
wrong.
So yeah, no, like fucking yeah, it's not on you then.
Sometimes parents think that they can treat their children however the fuck they want, and then when they're adults, they demand to be loved and respected, and that's just not how it is. Because it's not how it is.
You can't just fuck up for 18 years, send your fucking kick your kid out to college, and
Because
then
imagine
be like,
if you did that with anyone else, with a
not
friend.
even for 18 years, 18 like days, like 18
if you
hours.
Fucked around on a friend. If every time you spoke to your friend for 18 years, you had an argument.
You're not friends.
No. And then you're like, why won't you hang out with me?
Why aren't we going to fucking the bar together, bro?
Because I hate you.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Just because it's your dad
doesn't mean, respect is earned, and that applies to your parents. So fucking, if you don't respect your dad, if you have no reason to respect your dad, fucking no harm, no foul. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
If you're always arguing, you don't have to, set up a boundary of like, hey, no surprise visits. Fucking,
you need to tell me when you're coming over.
And
and I need more. Honestly, anyone.
I need more effort. Yeah, you can do this with anyone. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
pro tip. This is
no. I mean, like, if I live 4.5 hours away from my family, and any one of my family was like, "Oh, I'm gonna see you today," I would freak out.
We would be in the car going 4.5 hours the opposite way of wherever they are.
Please give me advanced notice. That is respectful.
Yeah, that's pretty respectful. Yeah,
and it's disrespectful to not do that.
Yeah, and surprise visits are kind of meh.
You need to give them, like, Everybody Loves Raymond. It was sort of a joke that Raymond's Italian mother lived across the street and would just barge in,
Oh, yeah.
And Raymond's wife was like, why does she have to do this all the time? Because it's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's like,
it's an overbearing mother. It's an overbearing thing to do.
Yeah, just come in and act like your property is theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, fuck that.
Yeah, and then also him kind of manipulating you and saying like, it's a long time. I'm really sad.
Oh, I'm so sad.
You can wait. You're an adult. Are you dying? Are you gonna die next week?
You should just tell me then.
Tell me that, and I'll come visit you.
Yeah. I'll visit you. You shouldn't be coming to me with your fucking whatever's wrong with you.
Like, do you have cancer?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So
Jesus.
it's not on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to handle that either.
Yeah,
Complete like withholding of affection, and then just like 100, 0 to 100.
Yeah, that's a little sus. That's some sus behavior.
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, it's not on you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
you have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Dude. It's not fun.
Solved it though. We did solve it though. Legally?
Yeah.
Legally solved.
Sometimes you gotta set boundaries with your parents. It's not fun.
This next story comes to us from Anonymous. She, her.
Oh, fuck.
Am I the asshole for ghosting my friend of 5 years? My friend Allison and I met in college in our freshman year. I have always been able to make friends easily and had a great freshman year getting to know others in my program and making tons of friends, including Allison. After our freshman year, we became roommates. I noticed that many of the friends I had in my freshman year had started to pull away from me, so to catch up with them, I decided to throw a party and host it with Allison at our house and invite everyone in our year. Not many people showed up, but I shrugged it off and tried to enjoy my time with the guests that did. As the party went on, I heard guests discussing out loud which other party or event they were going to leave my party for. I didn't know how to respond to it, so I tried to ignore it and moved on from my flop party. The rest of the year went on, and Allison and I would hang out and do homework casually on campus and then go home together and do our own thing. Over time, I noticed that it was getting hard for me to find groups to work with on assignments, and my entire degree was mostly group projects.
Weird.
But I don't ever remember getting into disagreements with others or causing problems, or even getting a bad mark on group projects. I started to feel really insecure and wasn't getting invited to anyone's parties despite not having any drama with people. After feeling left out during my sophomore year, I decided to take a year off to work and pay off debt. At one point while we lived together, Allison expressed that she had feelings for me, but I told her that I was only interested in being friends and was not attracted to her.
Okay.
She accepted that and nothing was awkward after. I later moved out of the house because we weren't on the same page about cleaning and I needed a tidier space. I didn't want to live with her to wreck our friendship. After all, she had been there for me during multiple breakups and our other stressful times.
Okay.
Fast forward a couple years, I was a lot happier not being her roommate and occasionally going over to her house. She started dating a girl named Sam who moved in with her after only a few months. I noticed when I was going over for visits, the house was becoming more messy to the point where you could smell animal poop and garbage from outside the front door. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
And you could barely navigate safely around the house. Sam had moved in with over 20 pets, many of which were exotics. It became obvious to me that Sam was a hoarder and also hoarded animals.
Oh, no.
I was concerned for Allison because she started talking about having to take Sam to the injured for getting injured in the house often and being constantly broke from having to pay for Sam's groceries and antibiotics for all the infections the pets were getting.
Wow.
I felt that Sam was really taking advantage of Allison. I tried to point out nicely to Allison, but Allison got defensive. I tried to point it out nicely, but Allison got defensive and condescending with me about it. So I stopped going for visits and Allison and I would just chat online. I started to get exhausted interacting with her because all she ever talked about after a while was how tired or broke she was, but never seemed to be self-aware or actively addressing the root of why she was tired or broke or overwhelmed.
Oh my God.
I tried to overlook it because I didn't want to be an unsupportive friend. At one point during the pandemic, I had done a lot of self-discovery and realized that I was pansexual.
Okay.
I confided in her about this, and I immediately felt uncomfortable because her response was, "Oh, awesome. You know I'm poly, right?" As if this was now an opportunity for her to pursue a friendship with me after all these years.
Weird.
It's very weird. I had already told her a long time ago that I was not interested in her like that. I felt objectified instead of supported for my identity.
Yeah.
I started to get anxious every time I saw she had sent me a message after that. Then one night a few months later, I went to a bonfire party with one of my friends was hosting, and he had invited some of my old classmates.
Huh.
I was excited to catch up with them, so I went. I had a few drinks, and it felt daring enough to ask one of them why I stopped getting invited to things and getting left out.
Yeah, I'm interested for that. Yeah.
She said that I was well-liked and people wanted to invite me to things, but because Allison was so attached to me and we seemed to be such good friends, nobody invited me because they didn't want Allison also to show up.
God. Wow.
So I asked, why didn't people like Allison? And she explained that people felt really uncomfortable with Allison because she used to hit on everyone. Every time she would ask someone to go out with her and then be rejected, she would just move on to the next person, and it seemed like she was just looking for anyone to sleep with her. I felt really horrible and confused. I felt guilty for being mad that my friendship with Allison had cost me tons of other friendships and fun experiences.
Wow.
That on top of the feeling of feeling objectified by her after coming out made me want to stop being friends with her. I wanted to confront Allison, but I remembered that in the past, she doesn't take criticism well and responds defensively and gets condescending. So I ghosted her. After a few weeks of not hearing from me, she frantically started to message me on other platforms I forgot to block her on, and instead of responding, I would just block her on those ones. At one point, she said she was going to show up at my house to see if I was okay, and even messaged my mom on Facebook about me. I haven't talked to her since ghosting her. I feel bad, and I often wonder if I owe her an explanation, even if my reasons are justified. Am I the asshole for ghosting her? No. Next story, because,
This is the problem with college.
all right, this is the problem with college. All right, Sarah, convince me to drop out right now. I'm going to go and withdraw from my classes, because...
I've known people in college that are weird, that everyone knows are weird, because they do the same thing. They hit on everyone. Yeah. Usually it's, I mean, in my experience, it was a guy with, like, the entire girl student body of the music department.
Hell yeah.
He would like half-ass girls out. And then girls would say yes. And then he would like move on to the next one. Like he was just practicing.
I'm going next, baby.
Crazy. And then we were all like, this guy is fucking weird.
What's so weird about asking out a bunch of random girls and then being told yes and then being like,
then leaving.
Fucking later.
So
fucking out of here.
Which is, it's funny now, but like I remember being extremely creeped out because then, you know, girls talk to each other. Duh.
Whoa, what? Uh-oh.
And then, you know, one time one girl was like, hey, do you know this guy? And I'd be like, yeah, because I had a crush on him at that time because he half-assed me out and I was down for anything. And fucking... She goes, yeah, he kind of asked me out, but I don't know. He didn't say like a date or a time. And I was like, that happened to me. And then we found out he did that to everyone, including girls that had boyfriends.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I remember the story. Yeah.
Yes.
So
we were like, what a creep. And fucking the dudes continued to hang out with that guy, but it made it so that like, I didn't want to hang out with any of them either. Like freaks. But we should have told him, like, what's wrong with this guy? You know, there should have been more communication. Like
fucking... That's wild.
But I get it because it's not on us, really. It should be the guys that are like, oh, that guy's weird. I'm not going to associate with him.
Yeah.
You know? But like, also, like, how could you know that she was running around asking everybody out?
Yeah,
hitting on everyone and being weird.
Because no one was really telling you about it, but like, no one was warning you.
And you weren't gonna know. It just happened to you too, and you were like, "That's weird."
That's weird. And then you go to one thing, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that happened to me too."
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, also, in LGBTQ spaces, a lot of times your friends are the people that you've hit on before in the past, because there are not very many, LGBTQ people in the community.
Yeah.
So fucking, you want to be with a community, but you also like, there's not enough people where you can be like, this is my friend and we've never hit on each other.
That's true. Yeah.
There's just not enough. So I don't judge you for that at all.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Once it gets to the point though, where she's messaging your mother and trying to find out,
that's
come to your house.
Crazy town.
That's crazy people shit. And
she has a lack of boundaries.
Yes.
That is
well,
chronic.
What about asking, I'm poly, right? Is a lack of boundary. What's about that is...
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being poly.
No, not at all. But I think
nothing at all. Yeah.
But I think if your first reaction to someone telling you, "Oh, hey, I think I'm pansexual. I think I like everybody."
Yeah.
I'm fucking open.
Right.
I'm available. Let's go right now. You and me. Let's
go. A little creepy. Yeah.
Let's
especially since coming out is such an emotional thing.
And then to be like, "Oh, so you want to fuck?"
Yeah. Like why? What? Like the only reason that you're telling me this is because you want to have sex with me. Which is...
You want to have sex with this, baby. Fucking yeah, let's go.
Like, even if it's
That's some
not...
narcissist shit, man.
Well, it's like, even if it's not fucking doing that consciously, you're kind of sexualizing...
Pan people, bi people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you're not consciously thinking that, it's like, oh, this is the perfect segue into me having sex with you.
Yeah.
It's, fucking... Nah. Not about it. especially since you've already said no. You already said no
before, yeah.
And if it has changed, you will make that.
You would make it clear,
apparent.
But no. Clearly it's not apparent. So yeah, there's no reason to be like, nice.
I don't know. I feel bad for those animals.
I do feel bad for those animals, yeah.
Hoarding animals is terrible. Yeah, you should get animal control fucking all up in there, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Christ.
Jesus.
Just that person just sounds like a mess.
Yeah, pretty big mess.
Pretty big mess.
But it's not a mess. Solving it.
This is from Ed, he, him.
Sweet.
Am I the asshole for not inviting my best friends to someone else's party?
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Okay. So here are the main characters of the story. Me, 18 male. My two ex-best friends, Rachel, 19 female, and Bernie, 17 she, they. We had been friends for about 3 years. Now, the night this all went down, I was at my friend Jay's, 18 female, birthday party. One of our friends, Goldie, 17 non-binary, had been invited to this party. They lived out of state and were just down to attend this party. Rachel and Bernie weren't invited because this was a different friend group of mine, which included my now ex, who Rachel and Bernie both adamantly expressed their dislike of.
Okay, all right. So
later into the night, I received a text from Rachel asking if I was with Goldie. I explained that, yes, I was with Goldie at Jay's party. She then asked me why I didn't tell her and Bernie that they were in town. I was a little taken aback by this question because I wasn't quite sure what them knowing Goldie was in town was going to achieve. I explained that I was wrapped up in the shenanigans of the party and that I was focusing on making sure that Jay was having a good time. Rachel said that she was upset that I didn't tell her and Bernie that Goldie was in town. Now at this point, I'm starting to have a panic attack because I have really bad anxiety and trauma around losing friends. I started pulling out all the stops. I said that I would drive Goldie to come see them, that we could work out a plan for them to see Goldie tomorrow, but she kept saying, no, that's not going to work. I feel like that's a red flag.
That's a little bit, yeah, like just being like, no.
I hate that. I hate when it's like, I'm sorry, I upset you. Can this work? And then they're like, no. You fucked up.
Yeah,
forever.
No, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no.
9 times out of 10, if you do fuck up,
irreversible damage.
Right, 9 times out of 10, the shit that you fuck up is not irreversible.
Yeah, you could find a solution if you just like talked it out.
Yeah, right. Shit.
But no, never.
I hadn't invited them to come over to see Goldie because it wasn't my place, and also I didn't want my ex to feel uncomfortable because they knew that Rachel and Bernie didn't like them. Also, it was 10 p.m. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
The next morning, it turns out that Rachel and Bernie couldn't have even seen Goldie because they left early the next morning. I talked it through with my friends at their party and mustered up the courage to send the two a text. I told them that I wasn't Goldie's manager and that if they wanted to see them, then they should have asked Goldie themselves. Keep in mind, these two hadn't reached out to Goldie in months.
Oh, so... yeah, so fuck off.
Causing drama for no reason. They accused me of lying, saying that I knew Goldie was going to be there when I didn't. I told them that I only knew that Goldie was there when I arrived.
Yeah, so then...
They expressed more frustration with me, and I caved a little and said that I thought it was an unrealistic expectation, but I would tell them if Goldie was in town in the future. For the next few months, Rachel and Bernie continuously hung out without me.
Oh, fucking cool. Nice. Sweet. Awesome, guys.
Yeah. Which was odd for us. Usually we would hang out as a trio unless one of us couldn't make it, but we were always all invited.
It's not odd, it's hypocritical. Get that right.
It is a little, yeah.
Yeah.
I sent 3 apologies to them saying I wasn't angry, but I felt like they were frustrated and I just wanted to know why. The first time they said everything was fine. The second time Bernie said everything was fine, but Rachel said that Bernie was upset about something. And finally, the last time they said they wanted to meet in person, which made me deeply uncomfortable because I knew they would double team me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to be both of you be like, all right, we got to meet in public and
yeah, like
we're both going to sit across the table from you and
we're going to tell you everything you do wrong. Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need that. But we never saw each other until my birthday. They made my birthday a living hell. After I opened all my presents, we ate my birthday cake. It was my favorite pie, lol.
Ah, nice.
And chilled for a bit. Rachel said that she was hungry despite just eating and said we should go out for pizza. And I know this is weird.
Yeah.
But I hate pizza.
Asshole. I'm kidding.
No, it's okay.
No, you're fine.
I fucking get it. I hate tomato sauce and cheese. They actively knew I hated pizza and they suggested it anyway. I didn't want to be a dick, so I said, yeah, that's fine. In the car, they blasted music only they liked, and it caused me to become very overstimulated. I have anxiety, as I mentioned, and ADHD, so loud noises were the one way to get me overstimulated easily.
Oh, so they're ableist, too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems pretty targeted.
Pretty targeted. I don't know. So far, we're 2 for 2 on doing shitty things in this car, so... and also inviting you to pizza and then blasting music. Awful.
I started getting a headache and kept asking for them to turn it down, but Rachel kept turning it back up. We finally reached the town we wanted and started longboarding, and in my case rollerblading because I let my other friend borrow my board.
Oh, that's nice.
We eventually reached the pizza place and it was fucking closed. Instead of being flexible and eating at the Figuero's across Figuero's, I don't know, across the street,
Figuero's.
They decided that we should go back into a different town. Now, I have a stomach condition. If you haven't caught on by now, I'm not a very healthy individual, and the pie was causing me pretty excruciating pain. I had to sit down every couple of blocks so that I could recover a little.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I get that.
Same. I've been burping this whole podcast because we had fucking Taco Bell earlier.
Hell yeah. But yeah, sorry.
Long story short, Bernie and Rachel never noticed I was in pain, despite literally everyone noticing. We end up at a food truck place. I impulsively eat something, get even worse stomach pain, and beg everyone to go back to my house. Now, this entire time, Rachel and Bernie were isolating themselves and didn't even come back to eat at our table. When we get back to my house, they hurriedly say goodbye and leave, even though I had more planned for us.
Wow, Jesus.
Months after, Rachel and Bernie continued to hang out without me. And after about 3 months, I unfollowed them on everything, not maliciously, but because it was genuinely detrimental to my mental health to see them all the time without me.
Yeah.
Like a month after, Rachel Snapchats me, which will come into play later, saying, so I guess we're not really friends anymore? Like, bitch, whose fault is that?
It's not my fault. Yeah, Jesus.
You didn't talk to me.
Fucking stabbing someone. Who fucking? Are you
Why
stabbed?
are you in pain? You can't like hang out with me?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I told her that as I've seen her make no effort to continue our friendship, no, I guess not. She then starts finding every little thing I've ever done wrong. She tells me I was a dick for making my birthday party on Easter because I knew she was religious.
Who the fuck celebrates? That's a fucking nerd. I mean, you can celebrate, but yeah.
Without a child celebrates Easter at night.
Yeah, like
If you're Christian, you're celebrating. You're going to like
you're going to
morning mass.
yeah, and then you have a nice brunch, and then you can do whatever you want the rest of the day.
What do you
you
celebrate at night for Easter?
We do our nightly Easter egg hunt. Actually, we want to make it as hard as possible to find these eggs. We want to make sure you fucking earn it.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, it gets worse too.
Okay.
I just think that's really funny. I was a little baffled because I had asked everyone if that day worked for them in our group chats, and they all said yes. I also literally didn't know it was Easter until the day of because I'm not religious myself.
Yeah, so fucking whatever.
I told her that if she had just told me that Easter didn't work for her, I would have rescheduled, but I shit you not. She said, well, friends make sacrifices for each other, Ed.
Oh, piss off. Fuck you, you nerd.
I brought up
Jesus.
another solution, which is that our whole friend group hang out without me on Friday night. So clearly that worked for them. She says something along the line of, we had that planned for a while, even though I'd planned my birthday party about 2 weeks in advance. Towards the end of our conversation, she says the most out-of-pocket shit. I told her that I felt like the past few months that she and Bernie weren't supportive friends. She spins this into me saying that I thought they weren't supporting me in my transition and fucking weaponizes my transness against me, saying, oh, I've had screaming matches against my family for you, and I have to fight tooth and nail for them to respect you.
I don't, listen, I think it's good to fight for trans people, but if you're using that against a trans person...
It's making it seem like it's the trans person's fault for being trans.
And also it makes it seem like you look at the trans person like a commodity.
Or like a burden.
Or like a burden, or like points in like your weird social justice, like...
Yeah.
Like, I'm only friends with you to make it seem like I'm cool with trans people. You
right.
know what I mean?
And it's like, bitch, actually you're just fucking mean.
If you're coming out of the gate being like, I do all the shit for you, you better fucking respect it.
You're just rude and mean as a person. It does. The transness has nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, I was just done. I told her that I never asked her to do that, and she can't weaponize my transness because she can't understand what I'm saying because she chose to have this conversation on a site that literally erases what you say. Yeah. She gives a half-ass apology, and the conversation basically ends there. Now, I want to point out that Bernie never reached out to me after my birthday, and that the two of them were borderline verbally abusive to me during our relationship. Everything I did was wrong. The movies I liked were stupid. My music was awful, not any worse than theirs, lol. They would constantly make fun of me by saying stuff like, oh, are you gonna cry? When I was sad after they would pretend to hate me.
Wow. What dicks, actually. Yeah, no, you should not be friends with them.
You, yeah. They did this because I had a panic attack in front of them because I thought they were upset with me. So yeah, no matter how I play this in my mind, I can't understand why they hated me so much. I don't know if I did something other than the whole Goldie situation, but they never mentioned anything else. So am I the asshole?
No.
No. And I'm so sorry that you think you did anything wrong.
No, you did nothing wrong.
You did nothing wrong. They never were your friends.
They were never your friends. No. Yeah.
I've had and I don't know why these girl groups form. You know what I mean? And I mean, you know, you're a man. I'm not saying that you're a girl. I'm sorry. But I don't know why these like friendship groups form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I've had friends like this before where it's just like, these girls don't like you.
Yeah.
They just don't like being your friend. They hang out with you for no reason.
Other than to abuse you.
Like they really, really want you to show up. But then while you're there and you say anything, they're like, fuck you for being weird. For not being exactly like me.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
No, there's literally it's pretty cut and dry, I feel like. There's no evidence that you're an asshole because you've tried to communicate with them. They don't give a shit about communicating with you. They've also like purposely gone against you for being trans, for having ADHD, for having anxiety, and triggered every single thing possible.
Which seems purposeful, and it was on your birthday, too.
It is purposeful. No, there's no way it's not, because like if they're lowering it just to bump it up again an extra few decimals,
While you're saying please turn it down.
Yeah, no, that's pretty... I don't know. If you're drowning and you ask someone to help you drowning and they decide to put you underwater a little bit more, I feel like it's pretty purposeful.
I'm pretty like, okay, so if Rachel's parents are so transphobic that she has to have screaming matches to have a trans friend, I'm pretty sure she's a little bit transphobic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Why would you bring that up to your trans friend? Like,
Right. That's the thing. It's like,
yeah, I don't know.
it's the cis allies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why in my head I'm kind of like, it's for cool points or whatever.
Yeah, I'm actually transphobic, but I'm gonna pretend to be an ally so that I get cool points.
But when the Holocaust happens, kick him off.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, like it's
for whatever reason they just didn't like you.
Yeah, and that's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's their fault for treating you like shit, man, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm fucking sorry, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks ass.
It does suck ass.
It really feels bad because it feels like, and I've been in these friendships before, it feels like you're a bad person. Because
but
everybody is reacting to you
like,
in a way that makes you feel like a bad person.
Yeah, because you can't be this perfect fucking person for them, you know? Like,
one time I said the word labyrinth. Or no, I said the word labyrinthian. I was like, yeah, it's pretty labyrinthian. Like, you know, it's hard to find it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend group went, okay, Sarah, like that's a word.
Oh, so you just have idiot friends then? Is that what?
Yeah, they were all fucking stupid. But like, I wasn't like, you guys are fucking stupid all the time. There was no reason to hate me. I was just walking around being like, yeah, like
I exist, and then people are just like spitballing you. Like, yeah, like
you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
And like, but you know, fuck,
yeah, no, it's fucked up.
Ass.
Yeah.
It sucks so much ass. One girl started watching The Office way too late, by the way. 2016, The Office was done. It was over.
Yeah.
She started watching it and she started liking it, and she would quote it all the time, but she wouldn't say it right. She wouldn't say the quotes right. And she would say shit like, you know, the quote is beats Bears Battlestar Galactica, right?
Yes, yeah.
Or Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Something like that.
One of those things. Battlestar Galactica comes at the end.
Yeah.
She would be like, Battlestar Galactica beats and bears. And I was like, that's not what it is.
You need to see a fucking doctor. Because, like, that's so ingrained in the public unconscious. Like, yeah, I think it's Bears beats. Yeah, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
I think it is Bears beats, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not beats Bears.
Yeah,
it's Bears beats.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. That sounds more natural. I'm gonna fucking look it up now because
I know, right? Because now I'm gaslighting myself.
You're gaslighting yourself because you have shitty friends, and that's what's happening to you, listener. You're getting gaslit by your shitty friends. Fuck them.
They're just shitty friends. They're shitty friends, probably transphobic, which sucks ass.
Well, yeah, and I'm sorry. Fuck them.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be defined by your transness, and you shouldn't be like
you should be defined as for the actions you do. You're a person.
Yeah,
like,
you're a human being.
Bears.
You're a human male.
It is Bears beats Battlestar Galactica because that's the first thing that comes up when.
Because I remember the conversation was about bears, and then Dwight starts talking about beats, and then Jim is like, bears and beats, two B things, pretty cool, and Dwight goes, yeah, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Because he also thinks Battlestar Galactica is cool. But I'm like, you don't know what that fucking is. You know what I mean? It just tickles a part of me that I hate so much. And we were just incompatible friends.
Yeah, so like...
That's the thing.
Yeah. So you're well within your right to like fucking bounce.
No, you didn't do shit wrong.
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong.
They're just miserable people who cause drama for no fucking reason.
Yep. And they're going to live with that for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, they are.
And you get to fucking laugh at them.
They're going to have that problem for the rest of their fucking lives.
Hell yeah.
So. Be glad that you don't.
Yeah, and solved it.
Solved it.
This next story comes to us from Gabby.
Gabby!
She, her. My 22 female best friends, 24 female, she, her.
Yeah.
Roommate, 24 female, she, her. Maybe sociopathic, psychopathic, narcissist, or just a fucking weirdo. Need advice.
It's a lot of diagnoses.
A lot of pathics, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Upon graduating college, I moved to a big city for graduate school, and my best friend, let's call her Elle, moved to a different big city for a kick-ass job at an energy drink company. The cost of living in her city is higher than mine, so she had to get roommates. She met her two roommates through a Facebook group, and everything seemed to be going well in the beginning. The roommate in question, let's call her Madison, has lived in the area for a while and is a nurse. And my best friend Elle is very outgoing, extroverted, makes friends super easy, a typical Leo.
Of course, she's a nurse.
Because Elle is this way and has had a couple friends already living there when she moved, she is always going out, making on some sort of new adventure, and making lots of new friends. This caused some underlying tension between Elle and Madison because, despite Madison living there for longer, she did not have many, if any, real girlfriends, and kind of latched onto the other roommate. By the way, the other roommate is pretty neutral.
Okay.
So although this tension was not a huge deal, Elle was always kind of getting passive-aggressive attitudes, looks, and remarks from Madison, which I am assuming is coming from some place of insecurity and or jealousy.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Me being best friends with Elle and tending to have a harder time making girlfriends, I kind of understood possibly where her roommate was coming from, but that does not justify her behavior. I told Elle this and not to take it personally and just brush it off. At the end of the day, it was uncomfortable, but not the end of the world. Then the first big incident happened.
Oof.
All of Elle's roommates and her have cars and they share one driveway, but there's a street parking they can use. Because of this one driveway situation, there have been incidents where one roommate's car is blocking another roommate's car from leaving, which can be a bit annoying and a headache for the person to get up and move their car so the other person can leave.
Okay.
So mid-morning, somewhere around 11, Elle had to leave for an appointment and Madison's car was blocking her car. So Elle went to Madison's room where she was sleeping, woke her up and asked her to move her car if she could just take her keys and move it herself. Madison initially responded by saying, "No, I'm napping," and then basically lost it and started yelling at her stuff like, "Can you not plan better?" and whatnot. Eventually, Madison got up and moved her car, but did it in a very rude way.
Ugh.
Elle was kind of shocked and upset that she would talk to her this way. When she was telling me what happened, I tried to explain that she was probably just cranky after a 12-hour nurse shift and just wanted to sleep in.
That's what I would think too, but...
Yeah, my older sister is a nurse, and when I would wake her up on her days off, I would get a similar response, but also that is my sister, who can speak to me like that,
That is
and
true.
not some random girl that I live with.
Yeah.
I told her that when she gets home, Madison will probably apologize and just say that she was cranky. My sister always apologized, so I thought everything would be good. When Elle got home from work, Madison just gave her the cold shoulder, which upset Elle even more because she did not want to be spoken to that way and let the situation fizzle away.
Yeah.
She wanted an apology and to make some sort of schedule so that this incident doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm.
So the very next day, she decides to confront her in a very calm way, basically recapping what happened, letting Madison know that she cannot talk to her like that and that they should come up with some sort of schedule. Madison did not like this, got very defensive, and tried to turn the situation on her. She started saying that Elle was lying about her saying no initially, that Elle was gaslighting her, that Elle had a pattern of never being prepared, and that Elle should be the one apologizing to her.
Okay.
The conversation ended up going nowhere and left the already sour situation into a more bitter one. Personally, the gaslighting comment really gets under my skin, as weaponizing these kind of terms is not okay.
Thank you. Yes, I agree.
Based.
Oh my God, so based. Thank you so much. Yes.
As time went on, they just began avoiding each other. Elle in her me time started looking to subleasing possibilities, and she does not want to live in an area where she feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
During this time, Elle started to realize that all of a sudden her internet connection was spotty and sometimes just would not work for her devices. So she called her Wi-Fi company and they told her that her devices have been turned off for internet connection. The person in the house in charge of the Wi-Fi was, you guessed it, Madison.
Why? For what?
So basically, Madison had gotten on her Wi-Fi app, which only she has access to, and made it so that all of Elle's devices could not use the internet connection. Rightfully so, Elle was pissed because not only did she pay her half of the Wi-Fi bill, but also she worked from home sometimes so that it was impeding her work. At the moment, she has not confronted Madison about this due to how things went the last time she tried to confront her. She has also tried to get access to the app, but has to do that through Madison for some reason.
Yeah, because it's Madison's name on the bill. I immediately knew as soon as she said that her Wi-Fi was spotty. Holy shit.
Christ. Elle has also been able to document all of this stuff.
Good.
Furthermore, Elle has recently contracted the also novel coronavirus.
Oh, good.
She is vaxxed and boosted. Also, no one from work nor any of her friends have COVID. So we were pondering where she could have possibly gotten it from. And we both came to a theory that Madison, who works in a hospital, got a COVID patient to cough onto a napkin or something, brought it home with her, and then put that in either an Elle's food or drinks.
Okay, how did you conclude that, though?
Yes, we know logically this is crazy, but I also would not put it past Madison to do something like this.
Okay, but come on, Lynn.
That's a little far-reaching.
Crazy. Come on. But maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Doesn't it die within like a couple seconds?
I don't remember. So someone Google it. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Let's see. Okay, so fuck, I lost my place. God damn it.
I'm sorry. That's just so wild. I can't deal with theory. That. Oh man.
I've also told Elle to look at all of her other stuff to make sure that nothing else has been messed with. Also, she has a great friend. She also great friends there that have offered to have her stay with them for a bit, but she has COVID, so she can't right now. She is looking into subleasing, but the prices for housing have gone up, so it will be a longer time before she can actually do that. Any advice on how she should go about this in the meantime will be greatly appreciated. I have never really had to deal with a potential narcissist or how to talk to somebody who cannot be wrong and does the most passive-aggressive things. Sarah, what do you think about narcissism? Sarah, got any thoughts? Say.
If the Wi-Fi thing is such a big deal, ask her if maybe you should take over the Wi-Fi bill and see if she pays you back. So then at least you can be in control of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I guess it's maybe the only thing.
Especially if you work from home, because usually jobs with working from home, they'll pay you for your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, sometimes they will,
but you need to have the bill in your name.
Yeah. So like, you could probably get away with.
See if your job does that, and then
if you get paid the whole bill from your Wi-Fi company, scam her out of the half.
Yeah, literally. Though, yes, do that. Yeah.
But yeah, no, fucking.
No, you have to avoid her.
Yeah.
She's fucking crazy. You do have to be just vigilant. Keep all your dishes in your room. Keep all your pots and pans in your room. Keep all of the shit that you own in your room.
Find a lock for your door if you can find a way to. Yeah.
Make sure that you never block her fucking car because she's gonna like tear it open or something.
Yeah. She'll take the key and just go with it. She'll just take your car.
Yeah, you just have to treat this person like they're untrustworthy now because
they're not trustworthy. Yeah, so what a crazy motherfucker though. Like,
yeah,
listen. I think it is a little far-fetched to be like, oh, she gave me COVID.
About that. Yeah,
but
I don't know if I even believe you could get COVID from a napkin from a COVID patient. Plus,
unless Madison just has COVID.
Yeah, Madison could have COVID and brought it home.
Yeah, and just is lying about not having COVID. Yeah, that's more plausible than just going, I'm gonna get a fucking vial.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna break into the biohazard thing. I feel like at that point you go big or go home, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like I wouldn't trust her to not touch your stuff or be shitty about utilities and stuff or like not pay rent or whatever caused you harm,
Yeah.
But that's like wild. That's crazy.
Yeah, like literally.
If you had fucking hard ass evidence, get a security camera.
Oh yeah. Oh,
get a security camera. Yeah.
Virus can remain. I think it can remain. Okay, so in the air 3 hours.
Okay.
On copper 4 hours. On cardboard up to 24 hours.
Weird.
And on plastic and stainless steel for up to 2 to 3 days.
Really?
So it can last a while.
Huh.
It's still far-fetched.
I think it's still far-fetched.
But most clothing...
She probably got COVID from the hospital and is asymptomatic and then gave it to you.
Yeah, some people are saying they're saying that it's possible that COVID could last on clothing and shit for like 24 hours maybe.
Even if she didn't get it, she had her on her clothes
or something,
or scrubs or something.
I don't know how far. Listen, crazy bitch. We know that.
Crazy
right?
bitch.
Cool.
That's so wild.
That's like she needs to be in jail. Like that's bio warfare.
That's bioterrorism.
That's bioterrorism. Yeah. So
I mean, think that if you feel like because you don't like her. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, fuck her. Whatever. Who gives a shit?
Her. You don't like her.
I think it's really funny. I think it's a funny idea.
Thing to think for sure.
I think if you're a crazy bitch, right, and you hate your roommate, right, not you, whatever her name is,
just in general,
yeah, whatever her name is, I'm not gonna look
Madison.
It up. Is it Madison or is the friend L? I don't remember.
The friend is L. So Madison is the shitty one.
Madison's crazy bitch. So Madison goes, I think if you're gonna be you're gonna be Madison, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to give my roommate that I hate that made me get up in the morning to move my car. I want to give her a disease. I think easier way. I think you would go.
I'm gonna read the next story now.
Yeah, that's all getting cut out.
Good.
Okay, you're not the asshole. You're not. I don't know what to do though.
No, you're not the asshole. What the fuck,
I'm
Josh?
sorry.
Fucking solved it.
Solved it though. That's gonna be my censor this episode. That's gonna get censored.
It's fucking
It's
crazy.
gonna be so funny censoring that.
Yeah, it's just all gonna be a bleep the entire time.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. Holy shit.
Thank you. Solved it again.
Yeah,
Solved it. That's getting cut. That's getting cut. Or censored.
Probably censored would be funny.
Censored would be a lot funnier. Too hot for TV.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. Calm it down. Last story from Sarah. And that'll be my story.
Okay. This is from April, she, her.
Cool.
Am I the asshole for cheating on my boyfriend? Just wait.
Okay. All right.
Just wait.
You're off to a really strong start, but not in a way.
Just wait.
All right.
I, 21 female, met my now ex-boyfriend, 34 male. When I was 19 and he was 31, about to turn 32. Trust me, the age thing will come back later. Lol.
Of course it is. Are you kidding me?
I realize in retrospect I was more lenient and naive of certain things because of the age difference. However, at the time it seemed redeemable because we worked in the same field and had a lot in common despite the age gap. Throughout the earlier months, we were long distance, both working for the same company across America, and everything seemed fine in our relationship. He called me a soulmate, said I love you super fast, would go on trips with me, get me gifts. It felt like an absolute whirlwind. One day he sat me down and said he loved everything about me besides one thing.
What? What's the one thing? What's the one thing?
Recently, I had been promoted within the company. I had more qualifications when I started than when he did, and was making a lot more money than him. I had never thought about the discrepancy between us financially. Money isn't something I care about generally, but for him, it apparently was everything.
How dare my younger by like almost fucking 15, 20 years.
All right, Alicia, you're perfect. You're young. You're 19.
11-year
but
age
you make
gap?
too much money.
There's no way someone 11 years younger than me is making more money than me right now. No.
Just more qualifications.
Yeah, she literally has more qualifications. Jesus.
He accused me of using my looks and quote-unquote natural sexual attractiveness to make more money.
Oh, so you're dating a 4chaner. That's cool. That's pretty epic.
31-year-old 4chaner is so pathetic. It's so pathetic to think that there's a lot of them. I
Did
know,
you know
it's
that?
pathetic. Okay, I tried to shrug off his concerns, but he cold-shouldered me, and the conversation was left at that. My response to this was telling him if he wants me to keep affording flights out to see him, he wouldn't say shit about me getting promoted.
And this is long distance too?
Yeah, he's just mad that you make money in general. More money than him, just in general.
Because then if she has more money than me, she could get away from me, and that wouldn't be good.
I can't have total control over you. Okay.
What?
A few months go by, and at this point, I'm ready to move closer to where he lives. Not just for him, but because I was given another promotion in our company, and it was a job I had to move for. He visited my hometown to help me pack up and to come to my goodbye party at a local club. The funny thing here, at the club, there was a VIP table full of porn stars.
Ooh.
Most of which my boyfriend fully recognized and was drooling over.
A wooga. Same though. I mean, yeah, fucking.
Well, I'm not the jealous type, but his behavior towards them genuinely creeped me out. I went to the bathroom with my friend and came back to see him hiding in the corner of the club, making out and grinding on one of the said porn stars.
Ooh. Damn.
Just fully fucking cheating.
Yeah, just right in the open.
Mind you, we were supposed to fly out to his city where my new apartment was the next morning. Bold move, Cotton.
Bold move. Let's see how that plays out.
I changed my plane ticket, so I'm not next to him on the flight anymore.
I mean, if you're making more money, you might as well just get first class and just leave that fucker in coach.
That's what I would say, yeah.
Get a nice upgrade if you're making that money. Do it.
I changed my plane ticket so I'm not next to him on the flight anymore, and give him the silent treatment until we inevitably land and I can break up with him. At the airport, upon landing, we received word of the official pandemic lockdown starting.
Oh.
And because he still lived at home with his family, composed of his elderly parents and his older sister who had multiple children, he didn't want to expose them to a potential virus and announced he would be moving in with me without my input.
Oof. 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 Oof.
I had been really excited about my new place and living alone in a massive apartment. I was now 20 and was proud of myself for doing so well at work. I wanted to say no, but I didn't want to make his family vulnerable, and he assured me it would be 1 to 2 months tops.
That did not happen, did it?
Flash forward, he's living with me for 4 months. I learned he can't do dishes or laundry of his own, that his elderly mother has been doing them for him his whole life. He doesn't contribute a penny financially. To my rent, bills, groceries, anything. When we would fight, not to toot my own horn, but 100% of the issues we'd fight about were his fault or provoked by him. Anytime I'd bring up a qualm, he would tell me how embarrassed he was to be dating someone who, quote unquote, used her sexuality to make more money. He was making out with a porn star.
Yeah, so
And he doesn't get to
judge.
Say that.
Yeah, anyone. Like, literally.
No. Nothing wrong with
Listen, guys,
porn
cool being a
star.
porn star, right? But like,
And also, like, if my goodbye party at a club was with a bunch of porn stars, that shit would slap.
that would be fucking hell yeah, dude.
It would not slap if you like made out with one, but
well.
it's still. I was like, that's still kind of cool that they're here, you know. Famous people.
I want to make out with them.
It's a good look.
I'm 34.
I will make out with porn star.
I want to make out with 18-year-old porn stars. Because
Yeah.
you're 20 and like that's a little too old for me now.
Yeah, right. I'm a big advocate of sex workers' rights, so that would piss me off fundamentally for multiple reasons. But I was so confused as to how he would delude himself into thinking I wasn't talented or successful in our shared field. I'm a hard worker. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are. No, yeah.
He just
Congrats
thinks
on
women
all
are-
your successes. Yeah, but like women,
He's just
unless-
a user.
yeah.
Yeah. It got to the point where my only reprieve was talking to a guy friend, 22 male, of many years.
Ooh.
Not necessarily about my relationship, but about everything else, just to have someone who valued my input to speak to. Approaching my 21st birthday, I started to realize my relationship was kind of inappropriate, as he was now 34. I tried to talk to my boyfriend about how it made me feel, and he admitted to me a mutual friend of ours that I had gone to high school with and works at the same company had posted a picture with me on Instagram when I was 17 and she was 18. And from that day on, he had been obsessed with me.
What? That's you're dating a pedophile.
I know we shouldn't. I mean, that's fucking weird.
It's weird. That's weird.
That's
fucking weird. That's fucking weird.
I confided in my guy friend about this, and he comforted me quite a bit, then admitted that he wanted to be fair and honest and let me know that we had been that while we had been reigniting our friendship, he also had feelings for me. It's weird to bring that up in that conversation, but I get it. I guess.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, well, yeah, but like weird.
I would be sus.
A little sus, yeah.
Yeah. The feeling was mutual, and I started talking to him about potential dates we could go on, etc. Although nothing physical happened quite yet, I felt gross for having what was essentially an emotional affair. Even if the guy I liked was age appropriate and all around perfect for me, I broke up with my now ex-boyfriend the next week, and the day I called it off, I went on a date with the guy I'd liked. My ex kept calling me, trying to take me back, asking if I was with anyone else, and I would just say no, but maintain my cordiality in order to make work more peaceful. He said it was embarrassing that I would break up with the only person who would ever love me and blindside them with that, not knowing I had moved on during the relationship. Am I the asshole?
No.
I don't even know.
I don't think so.
I mean,
Is it?
I don't know. I don't think so either. Honestly, I'm just going to fucking say that.
so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. There's always exceptions to the rule, right? Of like,
I've known so many people that have confessed to me that they've cheated in their past.
yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's like, it's because my husband is abusive. It's because my relationship is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So in that sense, I'm like, I can't really blame you.
No.
Because like also like, yeah,
I
like
still
fucking,
think,
and also he cheated on you. Like,
but it does. I mean, okay.
it's not like an eye for an eye. It's not a good thing to be like an eye for an eye.
Right.
But
that's how I
shouldn't be surprised.
I feel like on the internet, we got to say like our morals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that where, you know, okay, like the fucking Try Guys things happened and everybody was like, fuck him, he cheated, blah, blah, blah. He fucking cheated. And like, yes, cheating is bad.
Yes, cheating is bad.
Cheating is bad. Lying is bad. Lying to your partner is bad. If you do not want to be in a relationship with someone, you have to break up with them.
Yeah.
But like you did that. You maybe should have broken up with him earlier.
Yeah, you should have probably broken up way earlier. Yeah. And then, yeah, COVID happened and that.
But like, I think if you tell this story to someone on the ground, on a sidewalk, at a fucking restaurant, to your friend, and you say, I'm guilty because I feel like I cheated emotionally, they would be like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, at that point, I'm kind of like,
you know?
Yeah. Nah, not the asshole.
He
Don't
did
worry
all this
about it.
crap to you, and the one thing you did was you confided in your guy friend. You had
and then
feelings
you started
for him,
developing feelings.
and then you maybe cheated on him emotionally for a week.
Yeah.
For 7 days.
7 days, and then you broke up, and then yeah, and that's as far as cheating goes, one of the better examples.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's one of the like
it's a mistake, you know, and now you know not to make that mistake anymore.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't mean that you're a terrible, awful, bad person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like, I don't know, fucking
But sometimes in the context, like in the fucking Try Guys, where he was doing that for fucking years behind the back of his wife.
Behind the back of what? And then and almost like, tanked his own business. Like, and then
you're an asshole.
You're an asshole. So I don't know, not the asshole. I'm gonna say not the asshole, but like,
I don't think you're an asshole.
I mean, you did something shitty, but like,
cheating is shitty.
In terms of like how shitty you were, you're on the low spectrum. Like,
yeah, if you came to me and said that shit, I would be like, all right. I mean,
whatever. I'm not gonna judge you that much.
I don't really care that much. Yeah, that's okay.
I'm gonna go back to watching football. Go back to watching my marble races, please.
Yeah, like, but then what matters now is what you do going forward.
Yeah, just be a better person. Yeah,
yeah, that's all anybody can do.
True. So, yeah.
That's my personal opinion. If it's not somebody else's personal opinion, then that's okay. We just have a difference of opinion.
Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah. Watch somebody be like, I can't believe you were so laissez-faire on cheating. I'm like, all right.
I don't know why the blacklist is in my Ecosia tabs, but it is. So next story.
What's the blacklist?
The TV show.
Oh yeah, that is a
it's a TV show, dude.
That is a TV show. I don't know. Fucking shit, man. Like, I had a supervisor who got her arm broken because she was dating one of the men. She was dating one of the men who worked at our job. Yeah. So an employee of hers, and she was going over to his like apartment, and then her husband found out because her husband also worked at the airport, and then showed up and pulled her away and broke her arm.
Jesus.
Because of this like crazy drama. And then that guy got fired because of this situation.
Jesus.
And that's how I got my job, was that position open. I just showed up. And I didn't like her for the longest fucking time because I was like, she cheated on her husband, blah, 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 blah. Then I found out her husband was a Trumper. And she hated him. And she hated him for so long. Yeah. And she was in the process of separating and trying to get a divorce from him. And the guy that she was in love with was fucking in love with her. And it just became like you know what? Maybe fucking not everything is black and white, you know?
I get that.
It's just sometimes reality is a little weird. You can't put hard and fast rules on things. Yeah. Cheating is bad. It's not great to be cheating.
But there's shades of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Sometimes you understand.
Yeah.
Why someone does what they do.
Yeah. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, fucking solved it.
Fucking solved it.
All right, nice. So cheating school is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Say that.
Everything in cheating's fucking dope, dog.
Can you say it again, like as clearly as you can into the microphone?
And I've never been cheated on, and that's obvious. Because if I was, I would be like, all cheating is bad. For sure. Because that's a trauma response. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. God. All right. So
they're right, too.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get you. Everyone's right.
I agree with all of you. Don't yell at me, please.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Our final story for the night.
Okay.
Comes to us from Peach. She, her. Am I the asshole for trying to express how I felt by the fact that my mom has always treated me and my twin sister differently?
No.
Trigger warnings.
Oh.
Depression, suicidal thoughts, etc.
No.
All right, that's true.
That's it. See ya.
For context, I've been trying to work through my anxiety and depression problems for almost 2 years now. Though I think I've had these issues for a very long time, it's got to the point where I needed medical help around 2 years ago, or else I wouldn't be here right now. And the only reason I want for help was because of my mom and sister. I love them both, but they never really want to listen to my feelings. Ever since I was a baby, both me and my sister were treated differently. She was the loud one while I had to be the quiet one. She always demanded my mom's attention, so I was kind of pushed to the side. When we were in school, my mom came as a volunteer helper. Though she was going to split time between us, we were forced into different classes. She always ended up staying with my sister because she'd throw a fit if my mom tried to leave. Meanwhile, I was suffering in my class due to the fact I have dyslexia, and the school just didn't want to admit this fact.
Oh, good.
Being bullied by my teachers, called stupid, lazy, etc., even having a teacher poke me so hard repeatedly that I ended up with bruises.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is awful. I'm sorry. There is also the fact that my mom used to hit me when I misbehaved. Not hard or anything, but when it came to my sister, she never hit her. Apart from once when my mom, I felt so bad she apologized a lot, but never did so with me. Fucking cunt, mom. Jesus. I'm sorry. This is some pretty bad favoritism.
Oh my God.
We transferred schools when my sister didn't like a school, but when I, on the other hand, was being bullied, I just put up with it and didn't tell. Because by this point, it had been a habit to put my sister before myself. But when I tried telling my family that at the age of 12, I really wanted to die because of the bullying and I felt so neglected. My mom just asked if it's her fault, so I feel too guilty to try and discuss my feelings. Even now, after having going through my mental breakdown 2 years ago, anytime I try to discuss my feelings they don't really take them seriously. So if I want to talk about it, I had to joke about it. Calling me selfish if I ever did act on the thought they were going on in my head. My sister once saying, quote, "If you did kill yourself, how could me and mom live in our house anymore?" And other things along this line. I could go on, but I just like to hear both of your opinions, as this is the last time I wrote it and it helped quite a bit. Sorry, it was a bit long. Yeah, you're not the asshole.
I would read the book Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. Because it kind of goes over this like very, and I mean, okay, I'll read it with a grain of salt, because when I read it, the verbiage of it almost felt like it was kind of excusing parents' behavior as being emotionally immature, but it's written that way to be like psychologically, like not psychologically, just like unbiased kind of.
No, I get you.
But it explains a lot of behavior that a parent might do, such as like withholding empathy from a child. How maybe they don't really feel that for their child because they're children themselves emotionally, you know? And that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like your mom doesn't fucking know how to be a mom in a way that is productive and good. And that fucking sucks, because like that's her job.
Yeah, like as a mother, you're supposed to take care of both of your kids.
So you're allowed to be upset at her. And you're allowed to have these feelings. You're allowed to have any feelings that you do have. And when you have parents that then are going to invalidate you because they just can't come to the reality of that they raised a child to be suicidal, you know,
yeah,
they can't come to that reality. They're going to make it your problem.
Yeah.
Because they just don't have the maturity to raise a child. They shouldn't have had a child then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it sucks to hear because now you got to reparent yourself. And you weren't asked to do this.
No, yeah, no, you didn't ask for any of this.
No. But now you got to do that because now the only love that you're going to receive that is unconditional is going to come from yourself. And that's fucking awful. That's a terrible fucking
That's a pretty
feeling.
bad, yeah.
It's awful. And I'm there with you, man, because fucking it's terrible. If you express these, like, if you continue to express these feelings to your parents and they continue to invalidate you, at some point, it's just putting harm on yourself. So I would recommend that. I would recommend therapy, especially talk therapy is really good.
Yeah.
Because really all you need is someone to sit there and listen to your experiences and go, holy shit, that's fucked up. And that's
Yeah,
like
that's awful.
literally it.
Yeah,
You're
just
gonna
have that
feel so
validation
much
from someone
better.
else, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you like you're gonna come to a point where you realize like life isn't all just about trying to make your parents proud of you. You know, there are
Yeah.
other things that exist in life that are worth it. That are worth living for. And it's hard to get there because like that's what most people walk around being doctors and you know, psychologists and whatever because they want love from their parents. And that's it. So now you have to find something else to live for. But there's a lot.
Yeah. No, there's plenty to live for, so I don't know. Fucking
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking sorry. Yeah, you didn't deserve any of that shit.
No, yeah.
Anyway, fucking solved it.
Solved it. Where's
Fucking
that fly?
solved
That fly
it.
just came during all this. I'm sorry, listener. I was more focused on that. Where's the fly? Fuck. But
Yeah.
no. Fucking.
I'm fucking sorry,
I'm
dog.
sorry. I am sorry. Not sorry for these plugs, Sarah. What do you want to plug?
You can follow me on Twitter at thatsoheron, THATSOHEERON. That's THATSOHEERON. And I'm also on TikTok and Instagram by that same name as well.
Nice.
That's it.
I'm a guy nicknamed JC on Twitch, Joshua Chinland on Twitter. Podcast will save this on Instagram and Facebook, APWSTR Productions on YouTube. Podcast save this relationship on all podcasting platforms. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the goddamn bell. Rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. Check out our Patreon, buy me a coffee at thosewebsites.com/APWSTR.
Yeah.
And Skillshare in the description. Y'all know what's up. Fucking thank you for watching.
Hell yeah, dog.
Hell yeah. And that's our show, I think. Is there anything else we got plugged? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I don't know. What are some things to live for, you know? Like going outside during fall,
Yeah.
reading a book, a good book. You know? I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways to, you know, good things so that someone might not kill themselves. You know what I mean? Because it's harsh.
I
It's
know.
harsh reality that we just
Yeah.
dropped on that person and then
No,
went,
yeah,
all
that's
right,
true.
see ya. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. So things
Yeah.
are worth living for.
Things that are worth living for.
Okay. So unironically,
Yeah.
I do think going outside is one of the things. There's
Yeah,
a beauty of
legitimately
nature.
just being outside.
Yeah, being outside.
Laughing.
Yeah, finding stuff.
Laughing
finding
with
a good
people you
finding,
love.
Yeah, friendships,
Friendships. Deep friendships.
deep friendships. Fucking
Weird fucking experiences.
yeah.
Even the
Fun
strange. You
experiences.
know, it doesn't have to be happy
go to,
either.
Go to one of those not treadmill,
Treadmill.
a trampoline,
Oh, yeah.
indoor trampoline places.
Indoor trampoline?
Yeah.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
fucking one of those places where if you jump into the ball pit, it won't break your fucking spine.
Going to Barnes & Noble, looking at all the cool journals.
And not buying any of them.
Or buying one.
Buying
For a
one.
treat
Yeah.
for yourself. Getting
A nice cup of coffee.
A special, getting like a special drink for
Yeah.
yourself that you like.
A Wawa refresher. Or a smoothie. A fruit
Yeah.
smoothie.
Something
Drinks.
makes you happy.
Most non-alcoholic drinks I think are worth living for, actually.
Yeah. Or like a really nice cocktail if you do like drinking.
Yeah, if you're a fucking freak.
Good food.
Good food, yeah.
Good food is great.
Good food is great, yeah. Joe Pera.
Joe Pera. Look up Joe Pera.
Watch Joe Pera. Unironically, that's kind of
do that shit. Yeah.
a good TV show.
A good fucking that makes you feel good on the inside.
Yeah, it's Joe Pera. Joe Pera's unironically, I think, maybe half the reason why I haven't gotten the say in the past few years.
Yeah, high key.